Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Century of the Year 2022. That's how you say years, 2022. This is it. We are, as we do every year, we are going to spend 100 minutes talking about the 100 biggest topics, facts, items, relationships, breakups of the year. I will be bringing in teams. If that team delights me for 1 minute, then they will get the point. If I have to bring in another team, then they will lose the point, and that second team will get the point. I have 10 teams all competing, not of all equal talent. Like, there's wildly different teams here, so I already think I know who's going to win, but we'll see. Mike, come on out to the stage.
How you doing, Ryan? Good to see you.
I'm good. Is there anything I'm leaving out?
100 minutes, 100 facts. We did not mic the studio audience this year. In years past we have, but they say some racy shit, so we said no mics.
We did mic the mic drum robot. That's who you just heard, because that mic drum robot is mic'd, and that he sounds like drums.
Let me hear it again.
Do we want to tell people the new wrinkle?
Let's do the new wrinkle in time.
Okay. Usually we do 100 shots with this.
Yes.
That makes the show unlisten-toable.
We've been told.
It ends with Mike shitting his pants, but not with his own shit, which is crazy to watch happen.
I shit your pants with Greg's poop.
Right. And real quick before we get out of here, Mike, I'm about to bring the other four onto the stage, but who are you most nervous about, and who are you least nervous about?
Oh, as my competition?
Competition.
I am, okay. You know what? I'm going to say I'm most nervous about books, because Century of the Year, we can get a little real, right?
Uh-huh.
Books had a baby this year, and which means, as far as I know, moms just sit in front of the TV and Twitter and know everything that's happened. So I'm terrified about the knowledge that she's bringing. And I know Truckosaurus had no new news, so I'm not worried about Cassie at all.
Oh, shit!
All right, when we come back, Century of the Year 2022. Taste buds are up. January 5th, despite a public war that had been raging for over a decade, most of the world finds out about the rivalry between Elmo and Rocco, a rock.
This was very few things are formative as an adult.
Uh-huh.
This changed who I am as a person. I followed Elmo on Twitter. I deep dove into the lore. I am Team Elmo all the way.
Yeah.
Fuck Rocco.
I think we're at an interesting point where, like, the generation of people that first got into Elmo are now old and jaded, and so now Elmo is a little bit old and jaded.
He's got those, like, tired eyes.
Yeah.
Roommates. Yeah.
You guys can still talk. Yeah.
Rocco is the quintessential, like, nice person. They're polite. They know all the rules and manners. They're a fucking dick.
Roommates, do you guys think that Elmo's our generation's George W. Bush because he hates a rock?
Absolutely. That's a valid point. Yeah. Absolutely, Ryan.
January 9th, this is for the roommates. In a death that could have won $10,000 if only it was filmed, Bob Saget slips in the shower, hits his head, and dies.
Out of all the ways to go, this one is a fear that I always have.
Yes.
I've slipped a couple of times, and every time I'm like, ooh, almost pulled a Bob. I almost slipped Bob.
I literally have fallen down so many stairs, and I'm so surprised that I've made it this long. I just know that I'm going to pull a Bob when I'm about 62.
We had to teach Caitlin how to walk downstairs, because each time she was falling, we were like, let me watch those steps.
Lots of, like, having her watch a Slinky. Just like, this is how you should do it. Yeah.
Is it true that Caitlin can walk upstairs, but then she can't come back downstairs?
She gets stuck. She's like a horse. She's like, I don't know what to do.
This brought out the comedy community in a way that I didn't think would happen because he's a dork. I don't know.
I didn't
everyone loves this
everyone
guy.
to be like, he was the nicest man. I loved him. Like, people really came out
Man,
for him. I was
dying
like, wait,
is
Bob?
so great for your rep.
I can't wait.
There's just nothing for it like dying.
Next up is the Chapmen. January 20th, the internet is filled with women who all think they got ghosted by the same 6'4" man, West Elm Caleb.
West Elm Caleb. I do feel like this is perfect for the two of us because it's in the essay community. When's the last time the essay community had big drama?
The art one.
Oh, Bad Art Friend.
Bad Art Friend. This recalled a little bit of Bad Art Friend, but honestly was a lot more entertaining to me.
So I'm a dude, and I'm trying to shut up my white ass and listen. it felt like West M Caleb was a bad dude, but just normal bad ghosting shit, right?
Yeah, and I feel like because they had a community, their like rallying cry of hate got louder than maybe it needed to. Bad person, but also you gotta expect like his shitty behavior was spoken for before he.
This is
ghosted
for everybody
people.
else that's not the chat, man. Who has ghosted more people, Mike or McKenna?
I feel like Mike keeps his exes around as friends.
Yeah, like
Which
I could
pisses
see
off
him
other
checking.
exes.
I think it's gotta be books because the one
Yeah.
we will never let her forget is there was Castle Guy.
Yes.
I want to know the legend of Castle Guy.
Never
He had a
know.
castle. He had a castle, and she was like, "I can do better."
Haven't talked to him a day since.
This is for the drop mix. January 20th, musician Marvin Lee Aday, better known as Meatloaf, dies of COVID. Then, as if my mom was cooking, the meatloaf got cremated.
Oh, take that, your mom. Meatloaf, so important to dramatic theater kids everywhere.
Meatloaf,
Oh yeah,
like
just
as a staple meal.
well, just the way he owned
After rehearsal.
just the way he owned being so melodramatic and his like affectations with like a handkerchief and dabbing his brow as he said.
Wasn't this the first COVID's not real, now I'm dead of COVID that we got?
Oh, was he a COVID
Oh, yeah.
denier?
No, there was that senator or something like that. There was
senator.
like a conservative politician.
Yeah.
What's crazy of Cassie not knowing Meatloaf is nobody in this room dresses more like Meatloaf than Cassie.
I
What
think
the
there's a drag
fuck?
queen.
Wow.
She's full of ketchup all the time.
Full of ketchup all the time. Next up is the Swifties. January 31st, the New York Times, in another one of their incredible money-making schemes, buys Wordle.
Everyone thought this was when Wordle was going to die, right? Like this was just the assumption.
And I am not one who likes to put words together. So you do play the Wordle, right?
I did play the Wordle.
Oh, she did.
I did.
Oh,
I,
no.
It's a
I do
past
not
tense.
anymore
Is this
because it's
the
not
day?
cool.
Is this the day you left when New York Times was like,
No, I still kept playing it. I was worried that like the words were gonna start charging, like to like it was gonna get expensive to play.
You had to buy
Yeah,
a
like you had
vowel.
to buy some letters.
Because otherwise, why would they pay millions of dollars for it? You guys have no money. No one reads your paper anymore.
Do you know you have to pay $50 like a year subscription to play the New York Times crossword too?
what?
Yeah,
That's the
Yeah.
one good thing they got. They have
that's
to
all
milk
they
that.
got,
What if
and
you steal it
they
from your neighbor? And you don't have to pay anything.
That's the one thing that's true of.
The person who said that is not on the 909 team. I would just like to say.
Represent.
I'm also not on any of the educated teams.
Next up is the superheroes. January 31st, Rihanna announces she is having a baby with A$AP Rocky. In the picture, her baby bump is donned with $20,000 worth of jewelry.
Baller.
It's pretty baller.
It's pretty baller.
I'm fine with Rihanna.
Is 20,000 like is that a reasonable enough? Should she have gone higher?
I think she should go.
Yeah, is that too
Like,
low?
that's what I'm questioning.
You're fucking Riri.
maternity clothes are really expensive. I don't think she overpaid on that one.
But like that, I feel like she's putting 20,000 on her baby. Like that's like the price of the baby.
But that's on the bump. When the baby came out, before they even slapped its little butt, $1 million of jewels around that little neck.
a jewel a day. Just like it's getting more. Don't you worry.
It's like an advent calendar, but with jewels.
Just the Coeur d'Alene hanging around.
By the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys know that Rihanna had a song in Black Panther Wakanda? It was her first song in like 5 years.
Yeah, she got really into like clothes and makeup and not making music, right?
She was like, here's how you actually make money. And then made $1 billion. Like Jessica Alba is the richest celebrity we have just because, not from acting, but like I'll like make lotion or something.
Good for her. Actually,
Yeah.
that's why Dark Angel was canceled because it was so expensive to pay Jessica Alba every episode.
The Pokemon Goes, February 2nd, pop filter favorite Jason Mantzoukas takes on his most important role yet as Tommy Lee's penis.
Yes, that was surprising.
I'm very surprised.
I was expecting a sort of like more realistic take on the Pam and Tommy thing, and when his penis is first of all shown, surprise, right?
Everybody's
And then it talks.
Okay,
I'm
so
sorry.
just clarification. So
Yeah.
this is on the Pam and Tommy show,
Yes,
correct?
on Hulu.
Okay, so this is Sebastian Stan's penis then? That is Jason Mantzoukas'
Yeah,
face?
it's the Winter Soldier's penis.
Oh wait,
Oh.
is Jason Mantzoukas' face on the penis?
No, his face isn't on the penis.
Oh,
The-
Oh, that's the Caitlyn cut.
the
I'm trying to
penis,
understand.
it talks.
Does it talk by squeezing the tip so the urethra moves like a mouth?
It does.
Yes.
It actually does. The hole opens up and closes like a dog, and it sounds. It just sounds like Jason Mantzoukas.
He has
You know,
one voice.
before Me Too, that would have been T.J. Miller. This is for the 909ers. February 3rd, Whoopi Goldberg is suspended from The View after declaring the Holocaust had nothing to do with race. Whoopsie Goldberg.
It's just like the talk. That's one of the shows where I just like I keep expecting this to pop up once a month. Like they're gonna say something on there that you're just like, how?
It
Why'd you
exists
pick
to
that?
get them suspended.
Yeah.
It
Like they
exists,
just put them
yeah.
out there until they get suspended.
It's also like there's so many easy or harder, like easier ways to be dumb. Like it's just you have to try at that point, right?
Yeah, and I feel like she had to go out of her way to bring up the topic. Like they were
Yeah.
talking about like cooking ware or something, and it was like, listen here, I have an opinion about this.
The Holocaust, which was nearly 100 years ago, but we're gonna dig that up again.
Yeah, what was it Jessica Alba promoting lotion? And Whoopi
Yeah,
Goldberg
it
was
was
like, you know what? Holocaust not about race.
I have something that may be a non sequitur, but
Everybody in this room knows when you have to talk for a living, your brain's just like, say this for some reason. Gotta fill air.
don't you like have like a big red ribbon on topics like the Holocaust where you're like
The handstands are up February 4th. A Florida man and his grandson. This is America to me. A Florida man and his grandson go magnet fishing and take home 2 sniper rifles.
Wow.
Literally the only reason to go fishing. Also, if you're trying to catch fish, what are magnets going to do?
No, they're
for
not
you?
trying to. They're not
They're
catching
trying to
fish.
get, like cell phones or something cool. Or
Oh,
knives.
this is like
Yeah.
what's the metal detector on beach?
Metal
Yeah.
detector on
Metal
beach,
detector
Mike.
on beach,
Yes,
but in the
Jesus.
water.
Yes, that's what they're doing.
Okay, I assume because Florida man and grandson, they're like, fish are silver, silver's metal. Let's use magnets.
No, you're giving them too much credit.
There's a picture online with an 8-year-old in like this big green hooded sweatshirt with a goofy face on it, holding a sniper rifle. That it was this
USA.
big.
that's America to me.
Just pointing that gun at Elian Gonzalez.
Very topical, Elia Gonzalez ref.
The Professors, February 8th, new HBO CEO David Zaslav makes a borderline unprecedented move when he cancels Batgirl, a big budget, fully completed superhero movie.
You know, like what's no longer cool if you own an entertainment industry or company, it's not cool to make money. The new thing, you gotta fucking lose money.
And tax write-offs.
You gotta
dude.
lose
Let's get so many tax
so
write-offs.
much money. This is basically now all these big companies are like the producers. Like, let's take something that is completely finished. This just happened again, just like the other day. I completely like filmed season
season
2
of a show.
Yeah.
completely got cut just so that you can say we lost X amount of money on this and then write that off against your taxes.
I get the strategy. Too many streaming services. You got to start doing something different. Feel like this is a bit too.
We got to
different.
zig, guys. Everyone's zagging.
We're the only streaming service with nothing.
We hype you up for
cancel
something that you will
everything.
never see.
But now, no Batgirl movie. It was probably so bad. This is for the Taste Buds, February 9th. Guesting on the podcast, Call Her Daddy, Julia Fox says that she was Safdie's muse on the film Hot Jams.
I don't
Talk
know
for a minute about that shit.
if you're like me, and I know I am, Greg.
Yes.
This is the moment your crush on Julia Fox ended.
Honestly, everybody, 2022 was a rough year for my crush on Julia Fox. I have
about
to
it,
say,
son.
Since Uncut Gems introduced me to the phenom known as Julia Fox, and my life changed for the better. Okay? But since then, every time she appears in the news, it ratchets down 10%, and it's like dropping so
You have to
fast
admit that
now.
Uncut Gems had a screenplay full of dialogue for her to say.
Yes, exactly.
And she's the muse.
Yeah.
When left to her own devices, she says things and does things that make me feel very uncomfortable.
To me, she's the reverse Emily Ratajkowski. The more Emily Ratajkowski talks, you're like,
Yes.
fuck, you're so smart. You are cool as hell. You're a good person. Julia Fox was not that.
This is for the roommates. February 12th, for the first time since A Whole New World in 1993, a Disney song owns the top of the charts with We Don't Talk About Bruno.
Oh, we're gonna talk about Bruno right now. This song is an absolute banger. I just recently watched the stage show.
Oh, at the Hollywood Bowl?
Hollywood Bowl version of this. Fuck, man. It was so good. I was not expecting it to blow my mind as much as it did, and it sure fucking did.
Let me just say this, not a top 5 Encanto song.
No.
Okay.
No, but it's the one that everyone hooked onto, and I don't know why.
It's because it repeats so many times that it talks, and
Also, it's got my favorite thing in musicals, which is we're going to have a part where like 4 different parts are at the same time.
Yeah,
That's so
yeah.
good, dude.
that's why people love it. That's why it's in the top.
But you're totally right. There's so many better
Surface
songs.
pressure, Blizzard.
Surface
Water.
pressure
100%
for
surface
sure.
Who played Bruno? But does anybody know who played Bruno?
Anybody?
Who was
I know he's
that?
related to some dumb asshole.
This is for the chat, man. February 24th, 90210 actress Annalyn McCord pleads with Vladimir Putin to stop invading countries, letting him know that if she was his mother, things would have turned out differently.
How the fuck did I miss this?
Oh, this is the old looking one.
This is not Shannon
Audrey.
Doherty. 90210. This is the newer one.
Redhead glasses. Oh.
Oh.
Not the. Okay, I was thinking old school. Okay, she's right.
She made it.
She had a bad mother.
Didn't she? She made an online video, like she's addressing the camera, and she's like, "Putin, this is how it would have been if I were your mother." Very earnestly,
You know?
and like
no other celebrity was doing it.
I
so
would have
guess.
raised you not to attack
And
another
hey,
sovereign country.
Putin, I just want to say while you're invading, imagine there. No.
Yeah, dude, it has very much that energy.
I love when
A
celebrities
swing
just
and a
think that they
miss.
can solve all the problems, even though they have billions of dollars that could solve a lot of problems.
And
Don't do anything
I'm
with that.
alone in my
Listen.
backyard, my giant 7-acre backyard,
I
suffering
could
through the
have
pandemic.
raised this sociopath so much better than he was raised by his mother.
This is for the drop mix. March 11th, Everything Everywhere All at Once is released.
Yeah.
Goes on to become A24's biggest hit of all time, and one of the few bright spots at the box office that doesn't feature IP.
Yeah, well, now it does. I mean, we have seen the birth of the Everything Everywhere All at Once
A verse?
multiverse. Yeah, it'll probably. It would be perfect if nothing ever came along. That like no sequels, no like follow-up projects.
Just let it be.
And just let it be, and just let it be its own thing. Have that kind of mystique that like E.T. had, where it just like always got to stand on its own.
It has like the ET finger, but they're like
Yeah.
on every single finger. And they're
There
hot
are
dogs.
there are a lot of hot dog fingers. The first time you see that, you're like, okay, I didn't expect to see that.
Hey.
And then every time it comes back after that, you're like, man, this is really part of the movie now.
This
Drop
is
mix,
part-
can I talk to you about something fucking serious?
Yeah,
Let's
dude,
go.
lay it on me.
You, all of us idiots, let this go in the Oscar draft to the 5th spot, and I think I'm going to lose the Oscar draft.
Fuck,
Oh
yes.
yeah.
Guess to who?
I had to get Maverick on there, okay?
This is for the Swifties. Once the greatest studio in the country with more stars than in the sky, MGM is sold to Amazon for $8.5 billion. More than Star Wars and Marvel combined. Will Amazon give us the MGM verse with The Wizard of Oz, James Bond, Rocky Balboa, and Hannibal Lecter all in the same movie?
I'm so excited to see Hannibal Lecter crossover with Wizard of Oz.
Oh my God.
That universe.
He is the evil witch, or I don't know what happens in that movie.
Either one.
I thought we were gonna go 007. I know all that.
I'm
sorry. I hope so. I hope we get some good stuff. I mean, we got the Lord of the Rings stuff, and they did pretty good on that. So
They did pretty good. Like, did they do good?
I thought it was a fun.
It was a success.
I loved
Yeah.
it. I
Those
watched
dwarves walk the shit out of that yellow brick
Yeah,
road.
I think you're right. Nothing you can say about the show doesn't have a question mark at the end. That's the truth. It's hard to like say whether or not it was an unmitigated.
But the
hit.
thing is, the difference between the streaming services and Amazon and Apple is Amazon and Apple can do whatever they want. There's an endless bank. The Superheroes on March 25th. Paramount Plus's viewership record is shattered by the premiere of Halo, a show I totally forgot came out until just this moment.
What is
That
this?
is not why I watch Paramount Plus. What's your favorite Paramount Plus
You
show?
say
Cassie?
hello, they say
Can
goodbye.
you name one?
Ink Master, bitch. It came back this year. It was Ink Master All Stars.
Mike
They
is
were
sounding
all
like a
previous
909er right
competitors.
now.
They brought previous Ink Masters who won back, and DJ Tamby won for the 3rd time. That's horseshit. He should be a judge at this point.
Now, Cassie, you have a decision to make.
Yeah,
Are you going to support your teammate or are you going to make the podcast better by changing the subject as fast as possible?
absolutely not. It's Ink Masters. I want to know everything about it.
Wait, the same guy has won this three
Three
times.
times.
Yeah,
He
that's
won.
awesome.
He won
Bullshit.
solo. He won an Ink Master Best Shop of the country, and then they brought him back as a dark horse, and he fucking no shit. He's one of the best tattooers in the fucking world. Don't let him compete anymore.
Like, you just brought the winner on. As soon as you brought him on, like, the other ones should give up.
Like having
Everybody's
American
well,
Idol.
fucking DJ Tambi's here.
Christian
JT
Siriano doesn't win Project Runway every fucking year,
Right?
even though he could.
He should.
Come on.
And he's so charismatic.
This is for the Pokemon Goes. March 25th, Taylor Hawkins, the drummer for the Foo Fighters, dies.
Oh no. Oh no.
What's the scene?
That's me and you.
Darn it. Yeah.
I have a question for Cassie. Do you not know what Halo is?
No.
Halo, like
It's the video
Xbox
game.
There's a wait. What about it?
They
So
made
it's
it.
a
They
They
made a
made a
TV
show
show.
based on it.
Yeah.
You know how
Poor
you used
Taylor.
to follow the storyline when you like
We
tried
miss you,
to
Taylor.
play?
Taylor has a halo above his head right now.
I'm sorry, Cassie. Do you want to talk about the Foo Fighters?
No, it's very sad. It's a bummer.
It's very sad that he's dead. I don't know what much more to say about that.
Do you wish he was alive?
I wish he were still alive. I used to be a huge Foo Fighters fan, and like as years went by, like Foo Fighters would release an album, and at first it was like, I'll listen to that, and now it's like I
Halo,
wouldn't even worry about it.
Halo and Willow are two examples of like, there's so many fucking shows. What we can't get behind anything. Like no one can watch anything because there's just too much.
And nobody liked that Halo show.
This is for the 909ers on March 27th. It's the slap heard round the world.
You luckies.
During the 94th Academy Awards, Chris Rock makes a joke about Jada Pinkett Smith. Her husband storms the stage and slaps him in the face.
It was beautiful to watch. It was beautiful. I didn't see it live, so
Neither did
how I got all my information, which was through Twitter, and just got to piece it through and really solve it, and then really come through. I was like, okay, there was
Detective
a slap.
Cassie's on
There
the
was a
case.
slap somewhere.
All right, so wait, I need to know your stance. Was it only because Jada said something to him? Was the slap his idea, or did she say something to him?
I feel like he's at a point where he would be down to. Like, I don't think it takes much for him to.
He was just ready to go.
Yeah, I mean,
All
he
right.
was like, I came off a big hit. I'll slap somebody. And
He's a fucking insane person.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
he's lost his goddamn mind. Jada didn't say shit.
Does he like comedy so much that he was like, that's a stupid joke. G.I. Jane is 30 years old. Write better material. Slap.
It was
No.
a lesson that needed to be taught, but maybe not in that moment.
And now he's kicked out of the Academy for 10 years, but can still win Oscars.
We have to say
Which
that
is bullshit.
that was a beautiful slap.
The
It was wrong that he
handstand.
did it,
Yeah.
but as a slap,
The
wind up,
handstands, it's
follow
March
through.
30th. After a decade of appearing in 10 shitty movies a year, Bruce Willis retires from acting. It turns out that his handlers were throwing him in as many movies as possible before he was gone.
So we'll never get another Die Hard?
No, his brain is mush.
Oh no.
Yeah,
I
it's
didn't know
really
this.
sad.
It's super sad, and you're like, oh,
Oh.
that's why he comes on and grumbles. He's not phoning it in. He is playing to the best of his current abilities.
Ooh,
He was like
that's
legit
kind of
confused
a
in the
bummer.
last like bunch of movies
Yeah.
that he was
And
in.
if there was like still a blockbuster, you would go around that new release section, and half the movies would be you've never heard of them, but Bruce Willis is in them
Really?
because his managers were just like, "Stand
Go,
here now,
go,
Bruce.
go."
Stand here now, Bruce."
one of the last
had
movies
bad
he was on.
managers.
Yeah.
Yes. Like abusive,
Yeah,
taking
he should be
advantage
in a
of.
hospital.
Oh no.
Yeah, I like cried legit 3 times this year, and it was like learning that he's an old mushy man.
Oh.
Okay, Mike's that's stupid. Like, I love Bruce Willis, but
Mike is the big old.
I'm gonna
man.
slap you in the face.
mushy man. This is the first of 8 times I said I cried this year.
This is for the professors. April 6th. April 6th features the debut of season 2 of the hit Netflix series The Croods Family Tree.
Do it for a minute.
A lot of people said after one Croods movie that wasn't enough, and then they had what, maybe 3 Croods movies, Ryan? 4 total.
I have no idea.
And then
Like he
someone was
pretends like
like,
he hasn't watched them all.
the
Yeah.
Croods are coming to Netflix, and you're like thinking, okay, thank God.
I was
First
about
off,
to cancel.
But like this
Netflix.
Yeah.
is the opposite of Everything Everywhere All at Once, where you just need more. Like
Yeah.
leave
Never
Everything Everywhere
leave
All
my
at Once,
life.
but never leave Croods
What's
alone.
that software that like writes scripts or dialogue for you?
AI?
No, like the C.
Chat
Oh,
GPT.
ChatGPT.
That's just printing out Croods episodes, right?
Yeah.
Like at this
Yeah.
point, like nobody cares.
Yeah, basically it's like open on Croods. The Croods
The
doing
franchise
Croods
is tarnished.
things. They have ruined it. They have to go back to the vision of the original Croods.
This is for the taste buds. April 7th, scientists discover that mushrooms talk to each other with a vocabulary of over 50 words.
And it might sound a little something like this.
Mushrooms are so cool. They're like the middlemen of the plant world.
There are 2 things I truly believe. Mushrooms and jellyfish are aliens. They do not belong in this
What's
earth,
the
and
other
they're
thing?
too good
I
for
support
us.
that.
Those are 2 separate things. Mushrooms are aliens. Jellyfish also aliens.
I would
Thanks-
add orchids to
And they
that
got
list.
caps.
Thanks to the Mycelium network, trees are able to transport moisture and nutrients
And
across.
information. They're like, hey,
and
bro, there's a
information.
fire 10 acres this way.
There's something going on.
Have you
over
guys hung out with
here.
Greg? Because he's a fun guy.
Yeah. Okay, but like if they're sharing this information about a fire, what are they doing? Like
They're just
you
letting
just
them know,
warn
hey, we're
each
gonna
other.
die.
Man, guess
Isn't
what?
it better to know?
Like,
Guess
Hey,
what's
bro.
coming up on us real quick?
They're not ants. They can't fucking walk away.
Fiery destruction.
I like mushrooms.
I know.
Shit.
What
Shiitake,
other thing
magic.
is like will get you high or ruin a pizza?
Next.
This is for the roommates. April 8th at an impromptu Comic-Con hosted by Mike and Ryan and co-produced by Cassie, Caitlin becomes part of House Leguizamo.
That's right. And we only talk about Bruno there.
If I could say, most lit wedding of the season. I don't know who else got married, but most
Well,
lit
season's
wedding-
like 3 weeks, right? Of that 3-week period, that
Of
was the
3
most lit
weeks,
wedding. Yeah.
She had the funnest one.
I happened to win that battle, and I did have to murder a lot of people to win that, but I'm very proud of it. Also, people came up and tried to murder me at my own wedding.
yeah.
Let me just say, because Caitlin, this is my time to talk about
Okay,
this
okay,
day.
okay.
I've never seen Cassie so fucking in charge and killing it, and I've never seen Caitlin so like normal and serious and like you will do what I want you. Like Caitlin went from like Doreen, what's her name?
Green?
Doreen Green to Liam Neeson in a Taken movie and just got shit
But the
done.
weirdest thing, she was like, the Bruno stand-up will be right here.
Fucking, it was an incredible day though.
Do not talk to me about where the Bruno stand-up will be.
We don't talk to Caitlin. This is for the Chapman, April 22nd. In the first signs that maybe streaming isn't going as great as we thought, Netflix hemorrhages viewers before hemorrhaging stock points.
This was the first sign?
This is like, whoa, we miss cable. This is not going great.
This is when streaming started to become like cable,
Yeah.
and you need all of them.
And also, like, the whole time that streaming has been around, the whole point was like, no, just throw money into a burner. It's
Right.
fine.
Yeah.
And then when Wall Street heard about it, they were like,
Wait,
we
what
don't.
are you doing?
Yeah, we don't like that.
But yeah, Netflix got slower, started to ask for more money, and started canceling all their good shows. Bad
And they
combo.
virulently anti-trans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it seems like they, as a company,
They're like, more Dave Chappelle. He's had one joke for 8 years. We keep giving him hour-long specials. More money to him.
Well, an hour a year, Mike. That's hard. Just if you say the same joke every time, it's easy.
I have one
you're-
trans friend who says I can say this story.
I'm gonna bring them out.
The legacy of people ruining their legacy to make sure they let everyone know.
Next.
This is for the drop mix. May 5th, Dave Chappelle is attacked by a man with a knife at the Hollywood Bowl.
Hell yeah. Give more unstable men knives at the Hollywood Bowl.
Fucking around, so much fun. Finding out, oh, I hate it.
Do we have a motive
Do
Other
you need
than-
one?
other than I have a knife and I want to use it?
I'm pretty sure, like, if your weapon is a knife, there is never a motive.
If you give
like,
a moose a knife.
Cassie, because like, were you a Dave Chappelle person at any point, or are you too young for that? Do you only
I
know him
think
as like kind of a piece of shit idiot?
yeah, like my brother was into him, but I never fully got into him. And then
At a certain point, me and Greg's life, he was like a titan. He was
Oh
like
yeah,
a
dude.
philosopher, a genius.
yeah,
Like,
he was one I knew. Everybody was like, "Hey, if you like comedy, you got to respect this man." And I was like, "I don't know.
Not
if
only
I
was-
don't know about."
Not only was he like funny back in the day, but he like his contract with Comedy Central made
Legendary.
him like a legend for like getting the bag. So such a shame to see him turn into an awful asshole.
Next. Don't get old.
He got his though.
this is for the Swifties. May 6th, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness opens, handing Marvel the biggest opening weekend of the year. The hit also continues the trend after No Way Home and Everything Everywhere All at Once of the multiverse, making for Boffo box office. What are we doing with the multiverse, guys?
Are we serious? Really? This one did better than No Way Home? That's surprising.
No,
It's the biggest
equaled.
opening weekend of the year.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
It's still kind of early, middle of the year, so
This was the first Marvel movie that I went and I saw, and I was unimpressed.
Uh-huh.
And I was very sad about it. Because mostly I loved all the Wanda stuff, but the Doctor Strange stuff wasn't as fun.
Oh, but
Well,
come on,
I
Wanda
feel
as a
like
villain though was
Wanda
fucking
was-
dope.
they
Great.
hyped it up as
I
like a
love
horror
that.
movie though, and
Yeah.
it didn't have horror.
There
to
wasn't
me.
horror,
Like
there
it
was-
was a light touch of horror,
There
but
was
it
bad
wasn't.
prosthetics, and that was not horrific enough.
I'm not normally into super horror movies, but I was
But
excited for
Wanda,
this one.
Was she right? I think so.
Oh wow.
Wow.
You love your
What
dog
a
so
monster.
much that if anybody killed your dogs, you would go off on them.
That's fucking right.
This is for the superheroes. This is May 13th. Documentarian Louis Theroux goes viral when he raps during an interview performing "My Money Don't Jiggle Jiggle" for the first time.
That's where this came from?
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't know that
This
was
phrase I muttered to myself, and I'm like, why do I know this?
It came from a comedy thing. It was a chicken date, I think.
I'm sorry, you're making it
A
more
chicken
confusing.
date?
All right, Caitlin,
Wait,
it's not even
like
your turn,
somebody
and you're
dating
saying
a chicken?
jibber jabber.
Or
Okay,
the
there-
fruit date and a chicken.
No, she has a date with like celebrities, and this was one of the conversations they had. She's like, "I heard you rap," and then that's how we.
Louis Theroux
money
is
don't
a
jiggle.
Canadian
It folds.
documentarian who made a one that I saw was about Scientology, and his interviewer was like, "Do you rap?" And he was like, "Turns out I do."
Okay, if anybody asks you, do you rap? That is the only answer you're allowed to give. And just
Well,
say what
let's
comes
see.
to mind.
Here we go.
Turns out I do.
Chicken
You tell
chop
me.
dates is what it's called.
But isn't it My Money Don't
I've
Jingle
watched a lot of
Jingle?
them.
Because it's changed.
Yeah, it
Jiggle.
folds.
It folds.
But
But it's
look,
Jingle
you're
Jingle.
freestyling. He forgot the end.
This is for the Pokemon Go's May 13th, on the verge of being sold. The CW announces cancellations and/or end dates for almost all of its scripted shows.
Absolutely devastating day for
No, absolutely not. Absolutely
Great
not.
day.
Wonderful day.
Great
one
day.
show, which is
Soups and Low?
no, Superman and Lois didn't get canceled. It was Stargirl.
Yeah,
The
this
only
was
sad
rough
one.
for us for Stargirl, but
That
the
was the only
Flash
sad
is
one.
leaving and Riverdale's
Thank
leaving,
fuck.
and
There's
that's
so many
Yeah,
that like
it's like we're freed from all of these shows, right? So important to build.
Free at last.
So important for building our brand. So important to everything that we have, but also we are
And
very
Greg,
much done
you
with
left
them
the Superhero Show podcast
because of the channel CW.
because you watch all these CW shows and you're like, they're so good. I don't want to talk about them. I just want to watch them alone by myself.
I don't want to ruin the experience by hearing anyone else's opinion of it.
So Superman and Lois and Gotham Knights. That's what we're about to
Oh,
have.
I
Those are
hope
the
Gotham Knights
two
gets
left.
canceled.
give me just one. I can take one.
God, get the fuck out of your CW. I'm going to enjoy my life so much more. This is for the 909ers. May 13th, after a good. I'm glad. The 909ers, after a 5-year hiatus, Kendrick Lamar returns with Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers.
I mean, I
Did you guys love when Kendrick was like, "My money don't jingle jingle,
It folds. Best part of the year.
This is his album.
Yes.
It is his album.
That's the name of the
Yeah.
album, yeah.
Nobody helped them. Let them fucking.
I mean, I was excited. It was a bit of a. We talked about it before on the other podcast. I don't know the release date, but it wasn't as like it wasn't as hyped. Well, it was hyped, but it kind of.
I feel like I heard nothing about it.
Yeah.
It just kind of appeared, and honestly, I didn't know much about it until I saw that it was on Album of the Year.
Yeah.
I remember driving around just like mouthing "wow, whoa, wow," and
Okay.
some of those wows were like, "This is impressive," and some of those wows were like, "I don't know what to do with
Some
any
of
of
those wows were
this."
like Owen Wilson.
Yeah,
Yeah, like, oh, I'm
Wow.
not comfortable with this. I'm not sure if this is right. Yeah, it was. We were all so ready, and then it just kind of fizzled.
This is for the handstands. May 16th, Kim Kardashian goes on a crash diet. We haven't done any Kardashian talk so far.
We miss you, Kim.
Kim Kardashian goes on a crash diet in order to wear Marilyn Monroe's former dress to the Met Gala.
Oh my god. Okay, I don't know why, but there is like the Marilyn Monroe like foundation got so mad about this that like
Well, they have
had-
very
No.
little to do.
yeah,
Yeah.
but they like
very specific.
very specific.
They only trend once every 50 years.
Because
and-
apparently like when she wore it, her ass like stretched it out, and like she
Her
never,
ass.
she
It's
never,
too big.
it's too big, but she like couldn't fit into it, so they had to leave it like open on her butt area, and she had like a jacket on because obviously she has a larger ass than Marilyn Monroe.
This is the hottest
had.
you've ever been.
What
about Marilyn
what
Monroe
a great
configuration.
story.
What? Just get a dress made in the same vein. Why? It's
Yeah.
No, it
bananas.
was the extra flex because she came out. She was like, I actually I could have got it tailored in more. I was like,
She
okay.
was so unhealthy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Don't do that, Kim.
Also, yeah, it wasn't that good of a dress.
This is for the professors. May 16th. This is perfect for the professors. Dashing years of rumors of the two hating each other, Hailey Bieber and Selena Gomez are photographed on the red carpet hugging and kissing each other. Guys, they're okay.
Had this come out before Putin started the war, I think he could have started this stopped it.
Because if these two were Putin's mom, nothing would have happened.
I like Selena Gomez from the show The Only Murders in the Building.
I like
You
good
added too
take.
many "thes" to that title. Old man Greg right there.
I like Selena Gomez from Wizards of Waverly Place.
I
yeah,
like
now we're
Selena
talking.
Gomez, and the
No, no,
dead
guys.
don't die.
Welcome to Gomez's Giving, and we're just gonna go around and say why we're thankful for Selena Gomez.
I feel like that's one of those like enemy stories that fans like. There's a lot of those. Fans assume people hate each other because of past drama.
Well, it
and
also makes
just-
their life more interesting.
Yeah.
It's just like if we just create this. Hailey Bieber used to be Hailey Baldwin, And I think that's the Clinton and Bushes of our era, is like the Baldwins and the Biebers coming together.
Next.
This is for the Taste Buds, May 20th. Netflix streams to America what the world is already in love with. Gentlemen, it's RRR time.
Oh, I saw this.
I hear there's tiger throwing.
Man, there's tiger throwing. There's like Tokyo drifting as like an offensive.
Those
weapon.
are the two types of movies.
There's there's multiple parts where one guy gets on the shoulders of another guy, and they both run and like
That's one of
fight
the great posters.
people.
And they just look so delightfully happy.
Yeah.
Has a 3+ hour movie ever felt less than 3 hours than this movie?
No, because it keeps shifting, and they're like now we're singing, and now there's like the dancing in it is like beyond. They dance so fast and so precisely.
Is RRR a movie?
It's
Yes.
a movie.
It's
yes.
everything apparently. It's a musical. It's
It's an experience. It's a lifestyle.
It's a
Whoa.
movie from India.
Is it a Bollywood action
It's
film?
an
right?
anti-colonialist
Fuck yeah.
Bollywood action. Flirting maybe with Hindu nationalism in a way that's uncomfortable, but we can probably get into
always
that.
kinda
And in the bracket. This is for the roommates, May 22nd. The people behind the USA show Covert Affairs. Oh, shit. Focus their sights on the MCU character who has had the most affairs as Daredevil Born Again moves into production.
That ass deserves it.
Yes. We just need full spread on that ass, and
Jesus.
No.
Don't look at Caitlin's
Phrasing,
brown eyes.
please.
You're a television critic.
What else
Some
should you talk about
respect.
for it?
but this was a
Men would never talk about women like this.
but this was very exciting to hear about, as you know, Cassie and I are kind of big fans of Daredevil. Maybe our dogs.
So,
are
like,
named
it's
after
the
them.
character, but then also Charlie Cox, all the same.
all the
yeah.
Cox, yes.
Were you guys stoked, though, or now kind of bummed when you heard it was 18 episodes?
Oh no, I'm stoked for 18 episodes.
You can't.
Come on.
You can't bring down our excitement from this. We've
This
been
means
waiting.
Christmas episode. This means George Jefferson has a cameo.
it's not filler. It's just fun.
This is for the drop mix. May 27th, in a battle that continued the ruination of our childhoods, Ewan McGregor's Obi-Wan once again fights Hayden Christensen's Darth Vader on Disney+.
Hell yeah, pretty rad. Pretty rad moment, honestly.
Still haven't seen it.
This was a pretty good show, but it felt like it struggled to be 6 episodes
Yeah,
long.
it's been struggling with that, especially the fight between them. Like they had a run in, and they just kept kind of running away from each other, like they were playing tag.
But, buddy, this is episode 3, so I will see you
He was
later.
just like, I'm actually bye freezies. This one doesn't count, and I was like, it's kind of lame, but kind of into it.
I literally almost shit myself. I was so excited when I saw this. So like,
It's crazy.
It's easy for her to do that.
It's crazy that so much time has
Elves are so
passed
loose.
in my life where people are like, Hayden Christensen's back. Like,
Yeah,
that's
dude.
what
Yeah.
that's what we're nostalgia for now, is Hayden Christensen's back.
I watched his rom-com.
He's
and-
doing another one with her.
The good news keeps coming, guys.
I like the part of it where it's like an apology for how mean we were to him.
Yeah, he got a redemption. It
Yeah.
feels good.
This is for the
You got a
and
big
for me, the
sorry.
only Christian son is Jesus. This is for the
was Jewish,
Swifties.
asshole.
For the Swifties, May 27th, a nation stands by as Kendall Jenner cuts a cucumber.
Oh,
Okay, tell me about
Jesus.
this.
I didn't know anyone could fuck up with kitchen knives as bad as this. Like,
Wow.
I have once cut myself trying to chop a potato, so I thought
Yeah.
I was pretty
Well, you do it
stupid.
Fruit Ninja style. You throw it in the air and just like swing away.
It's the way I learned. Fruit Ninja came out same time I was
We were
learning to
raised
cook.
on apps. What do you want? That's how we know how to be.
Apps and zert.
How did she cut it?
She holds the cucumber
Oh, it's so
away
weird.
from her and the
Uh-huh.
knife close to her
Okay.
and somehow chops down with fingers in knife path.
Oh, wait, did she actually cut her finger?
I didn't
I don't
see
think
the
so.
clip.
But her
I
mom the
just-
whole time is like, "Do you want me to get our personal chef?"
Yeah, we're
like,
so
we have a
rich.
Like
professional
she's
chef.
literally holding the food in the most awkward way, so elbows are full like chicken winging.
Oh my
And
god.
just really tried to chop this, and never once did it cross her mind that there's an easier way to do it. Like,
Switch the hands. Just switch the hands.
it's very simple.
I've never related to her more.
This is for the superheroes. Cassie is on her own, May 27th. After battling studios for 2 years to get it released in theaters, Tom Cruise returns to the big screen in Top Gun Maverick.
This feels fitting.
It becomes a phenomenon and the fifth highest grossing movie of all time.
All time,
All time.
Ryan. This was everybody gathered for this movie. Everybody connected over this movie. We were just like, I love to see those big planes do their thing.
Honestly-
First of all, big planes do their thing,
They
right?
do- they
they
do.
should do their thing.
The whole
So-
time they're doing their thing.
And this movie reminds us that our enemies are faceless people from who knows where that we just gotta go go bomb.
Because you can watch it and you can be like, people in the audience are like, I bet those are Jews. You know, like you can just place whoever you hate on
Pick
there.
your own enemy.
Yeah.
For me, it's Russians, right? It's a choose your own adventure.
I was like, I bet it's my dad. They're going
Yeah, no, for sure.
That looks like my dad's house. My name's
Bet
Cassie.
that's my high school bullies.
But like the monoculture was back for 1 second this year. We all had this. This is for the Pokemon Goes. Let's keep the topic going, guys. It's still May 28th. Answering the question, where the hell is Val Kilmer? Top Gun Maverick offers him and his fans a silent way to say goodbye to each other.
Yeah. He spoke.
Greg's getting all the Taylor Hawkins.
He spoke in this movie, which I found out later it was not actually him speaking, but it
Yeah.
was AI.
Uh-huh.
Because he actually cannot speak that
Right.
well. Which even in the movie, it was just kind of like, it's like burdened speaking. And it was really sad to see, but also like happy to see that he's,
It was
still
like
here.
mixed feelings about it.
Yeah.
They're putting him through it, but also he's getting his moment. Like
Yeah.
he's getting some
Yeah.
time to like shine and be back in it.
But like in these redos, of like, hey, you guys remember when you were kids? We're gonna make that movie again. It's always so winky, and this felt like
We're
better,
just coming
more
home.
respectful. Like it hit harder.
It hit really hard, and then he texted, and I thought that was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
And he's still like a little shithead.
the movie sets you up with him texting. You think, well, he's not going to be in it because
Yeah.
they're probably going to arrange it. And then when he is, it's nice.
This is for the 909ers. June 2nd, Johnny Depp wins his defamation lawsuit against ex-wife Amber Heard.
Fuck that shit. This was wild. I didn't know like you could get like courtroom drama pushed to your
Yeah.
phone the way this was. Like I had no idea you could release tapes from the shit. Like it was all
It
coming
was
live.
streaming on TikTok.
Yeah.
Let's keep in mind that the judge was like, had the decision. He could be like, no, this should be private. This is fucking weird. And he was like, on TV, let's do this.
When else are you going to cut your
Wants that
15 minutes
Alito
of
money.
He
fame?
wants fame. Yeah.
Yeah.
He never got to be Judge Judy. He was like, watch me shine.
Judge Judy kills. He had nowhere near that energy, so
He
All due
didn't
respect,
try.
Judge Judy kills.
He didn't bring it. He wasn't even fully trying. He like pushed it out and he was like, I will be the side star.
I
here.
actually didn't see him. Did he become a character in the show?
No,
I don't remember ever seeing.
no, it all
clips of
focused
the
on
judge.
their drama.
And the
Yeah.
attorneys, though. Didn't Johnny Depp end up dating one of his attorneys?
Oh,
I
come
don't
on,
know.
Depp. Depp's got a
Of course.
Depp. This is for the handstands on June 10th. Britney Spears marries Sam Asghari, prompting Nation to say, free us from Britney news. Like, can we just stop for like a year?
Let her be happy and live her life. Mm-hmm. She's just a Midwestern mom these days.
She's a nice lady.
It's great.
She makes cakes.
And he's attractive.
He's
so-
better than K-Fed.
Yeah. I don't actually know much about Britney drama, except that she is free, and she is now married.
Well,
Well,
people did start to get mad that she deigned to get married instead of release a new album.
Oh, really? They thought she was
Fandom
going to release a new
sucks.
album?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Man,
fandom
She'd
sucks.
been a slave to her family for their music for years, and then fans decided to make her that
and they
too.
said, we'll step in.
Wait, does he listen to his music?
1998 gave us the video game Britney Spears' life and career, and we've just been playing it the entire time. Just like, we decide what you do.
She is our Pog. She is our Sim.
I think it's hard to deal with the fact that we want her to be free, and now she is, and she's kind of a weirdo.
Yeah.
And so it's like the things she does make us feel uncomfortable.
She seems like which I think is a product of being raised by her parents. She seems anti-socialized.
Yeah,
like she
for
was-
She's a
sure.
little broken.
Yeah.
This is for the professors. June 11th. TikToker Veronica Shaw. Veronica Shaw. So hot. TikToker Veronica Shaw introduces the world to pink sauce, a new food made with secret ingredients that also makes its customers violently ill.
You know
I
what? I
missed
just wouldn't eat
something.
it. Is this like
It
some sort of
sounds
meat?
disgusting.
Okay, so I will explain to the professors because they're
Tell
like,
the
oh, we don't know about
customers.
We're a little
TikTok.
bit elite for
Guess
this.
this wasn't in your peer-reviewed journals.
This person on TikTok was like, "Hey, I made a new condiment. It's pink sauce. I'm not going to tell you what it tastes like or what's in it." And
Is it
everybody
just
bought
ketchup
it,
and
and
ranch?
it made them sick. And the FDA was like, "You shouldn't do that." And she was like, "Fuck you, FDA," and did it. And because I'm talking to the professors right now, do you guys go a little like what's his name? Survival of the fittest.
Darwin?
Darwin. This is Darwinism. If you order pink sauce online, you deserve to get
So
sick
many
by pink sauce.
Yeah.
You can buy this online?
If
It's
you're
just sold?
buying
No, Caitlin, you can't anymore. Please don't do it.
How much
safe
is it? How
item
quick
and
can it
eat
get?
it. It's like the same time as the people who ate Tide Pods.
How violently
Like-
ill?
And also, probably nobody did it. This is for the Taste Buds, June 13th. Gentlemen, an elephant tramples a woman named Maya Murmu to death. Days later, at her funeral, the same elephant tramples her coffin.
What did Maya Murmu Doo-doo.
Elephants never forget.
They never forget and they never
They
forgive.
never forgive.
It's like a double tap just to make sure.
Always team elephant. Maya better not come back as a zombie. Elephant stomping her
Bitch,
ass
I'm
again.
showing up at your funeral,
I
and
want
I'm
one of
going.
you to
You
show
guys
up at my
took the
funeral,
elephant
like-
side immediately.
Yes.
Of course you're going
Well,
to.
I'm not gonna get on the wrong side of this fucking elephant. dude.
It'll come here.
I got a wife. I don't want it to attack me and
Why
then my
was the
corpse.
murderer invited to her wedding? Like,
Why don't
That's
you-
weird.
I don't
Caitlin,
think
the
you
family
invite-
did not invite an
Don't
elephant.
email blast everybody in your murderees contacts to their
This is-
funeral.
Obviously,
This
the
is a
elephant was
lot
not gonna
like
apologize.
with Buffy the Vampire Slayer when they invited the whole senior class
Yeah.
and all the vampires were able to come.
Because
You know what?
Darla, what? She did
He
graduate.
did go to school.
She killed a few guys, but she did graduate.
This is for the Chapman, June 14th. All right, Chapman, here we go.
Hey, after the elephant.
Another elephant.
Today marks the release of a bonus episode of the podcast, Welcome to the OC Bitches, featuring Melinda Clark, Rachel Bilson, and fucking Mike and Ryan.
You can take this one.
I clearly have much more to say than Mike. This is Mike and I saw each other like for maybe 10 minutes. This is the first thing you told me. You were very
Yeah,
drunk.
we hadn't talked in years, and a pandemic happened. People
Yeah.
died, close loved ones. And I went, guess what show I got on?
He didn't even tell me fully. He just showed me a picture.
Oh, yeah. Look at my new phone background. Ryan's cut out of it. Did
I
you
have
watch?
Huh? I have seen none of it.
What?
I'm so sorry.
As a big OC superhero show fan, I did watch it,
Thank
and
you.
when you guys came in with the picture just on the wall, I remember flipping a shit and being like, "Oh my god, they did it! They've done it! They
They
fucking
Okay.
fucking
They
did it.
fucking
Didn't watch,
beat-
but I did share with a lot of people that I knew you.
I-
I
you
was
know what?
that
I'll take it.
person.
This is for the roommates. This is June 15th. The world is blessed with a Pulitzer Prize-winning photo of Ryan Gosling as Ken from the upcoming Barbie movie.
Yo, this is gonna be the greatest thing ever.
the Kenergy coming from I cannot wait to see the Kenergy just explode in my face as I watch Barbie.
I've never seen like promo photos. Never get me. This was the one where I was like, I'm fucking seeing that.
Well, hello
shit.
there.
I'm seeing whatever you're putting
This
out.
is directed and written by Greta Gerwig.
Yeah,
No, it's
hell
directed by
yeah.
Greta Gerwig and written by Baumbach and Gerwig.
Okay, Greta Gerwig. This name sounds so familiar for me. Who is
What?
this?
You know you love Frances Ha.
Francis Ha,
Little
director
Women?
director of Little
Little
Women.
Women.
Oh, I've never seen that.
You're a
Okay,
terrible
but
woman
when
of
you-
your age,
When you
man.
see Barbie, you will remember her name.
You're a terrible woman.
Of your age.
Of your age, I said.
But no, I like honestly, there's like multiple Marvel movies coming out next year.
Fucking
Barbie
great.
is my number one
This
most
is-
excited
If
movie.
If you had told yourself 10 years ago that Barbie would be the
I
most
know.
hype movie,
It's gonna be a masterpiece.
Wait, is it Barbie as Rapunzel?
This is for the Chapman. June 18th, Chapman. Thanks to Stranger Things, the number one song in the country is Kate Bush's "Running Up That Hill," originally released in 1985.
good for her because I heard this was not like a hit in 1985.
No, it's just like it's a song.
It's
that
just a
came out.
song,
Yeah.
and now it's
Which
you
is
know
dumb. That song is one of the best songs
It's-
ever. It's so good.
people were dumb. It's a great song.
Back in the day, though, was this a song that you've already heard and then it
Yes.
came
Oh, yeah.
back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not me, Caitlin. I'm not going to pretend like I'm cool, like
Okay.
fake it like these people. I never heard of
every
it.
year, but I liked it. I listened to it. I knew it.
Once every 2 years, maybe.
really.
Two or
You know.
3 years.
Mm.
Is it one of the better parts of Stranger Things? Yes.
It
I-
just keeps
rocked in
going, huh?
Stranger Things.
I
It was a good
didn't
season.
watch this season, and it's on the
Oh.
bracket.
Yeah,
It was better than last
It was
season.
much better than last season.
This song literally saved lives.
It
In
did.
Stranger Things. Like,
So did
no joke.
Metallica,
Mine
though. Do you
specifically.
think
Yeah.
Metallica's pissed they didn't get the same play Kate Bush got?
Probably.
Yeah, they tried. Like the press machine kind of tried, and it just didn't work. It
Eddie
didn't
even
take.
fucking played with them on
It came out
stage.
second.
This is for the drop mix. Cassie and Greg, June 20th. BTS is taking a break to focus on solo projects. Guys, which member will be Harry Styles and which member will be the other ones?
solo projects
they're
like,
going
like
to-
joining the military.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can't
Solo
join as a
project.
team.
You can't like share days in the military. And
But
fight.
what if like they go up to the draft office all dancing at the same time, like we sign up as one?
Did you guys see? I don't know if it was like a propaganda video or whatever. There was another K-pop band that was also in the military, and they were doing their dances and their stage shows for like all the rest of it. It felt very Captain America like
Pump
how
up the
he-
troops?
How he was pumping up the troops, but it was just the enlisted, military BTS-ish people, and it looked like fun.
I mean,
Also,
I would,
what do they do? Like, it seemed like they didn't have that hard of a job. I don't know.
what be like a
Old man Caitlin coming out.
No.
Whoa.
Like,
They
the
drive
military.
nuclear submarines. Thank you very much.
This is for the Swifties. Although, based on how Caitlin's acting, all of you should take the entire minute. June 24th. Oh. For the Swifties, June 24th, the Supreme Court strikes down Roe v. Wade, effectively
fucking
criminalizing abortion in much of the United States.
Okay, I don't know how I forgot things that happened this year because
Yeah.
this has been stewing in my brain for.
This made me so pissed. I was just so angry for this day and then multiple days afterwards. Just like,
yeah.
It was a day people knew to stay clear of you. If they saw you and you were a woman, they
Try
would,
being
like,
8
I'd be
months
like,
pregnant,
"Fuck off."
walking around as this happened.
Yeah, it was absolute horseshit and a terrible day, and it sucked.
Yeah.
yep. Pour one out for those.
Pour one out for all those born babies.
Greg and I can't save you right now. You guys got to keep talking. We're not going
on
to do
behalf of the fellows, sorry, it's
this. It was
breaking.
hard
this.
for us too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard for you to watch.
Big,
Yeah.
big pat on the back.
Well, I mean, it's the first episode of We're About to Go. What's that, Elizabeth Moss show?
Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Handmaid's
It
Tale.
was
It started
Everyone
that.
kept bringing that up.
It felt like being in another dimension. It was like something expected to
Another
happen,
dimension?
and yet
The
it was
superheroes.
otherworldly.
Oh my God, Mike! I'm so glad you're here because July 11th, the world gets Jeremy Allen white fever as everyone, including my mother, develops a crush on the star of FX's The Bear.
Oh.
I watched 15 minutes of that this morning. I love it. It's all right, chef. Let me
Carmy.
take this one. It's Carmy. Of course, I know it's Carmy, the one character I can name. It's Carmy.
More like
Sorry.
Army.
I don't
With
mean
the
to sound
big
like
arms.
old man
Like the Carmy
Caitlin,
Army.
but I don't get it. He's like
What?
skinny and blonde and tattoos.
He's
and
got tattoos.
He looks
the
Yeah.
opposite.
Tattoos?
He's the
Ink
exact
master.
opposite of everything you are.
he looks like a showered, unhomed person.
Yes,
Exactly.
that is hot as
Exactly.
shit.
He's intense
Get it.
and passionate,
And he's so skilled. The hardest job in the world is being a chef, clearly. Look at all the shows.
and
look
he
at
might
him.
get really mad at you and yell.
And
Oh,
makes you
Greg
so
has a boner.
There's so much trauma in his soul and his eyes
Yeah,
too. That's
dude.
gonna bring you right
Experienced
in.
a lot of pain.
Broken, unwashed bed. Everyone's type.
That's why my brother gets it.
This is a guy who does not have a box. Like, this is just a mattress on the ground kind of guy.
He's
And you're in-
a short king.
This is for the Pokemon Go's. July 12th, a new form of social media is popular for a few minutes as everyone tries to be real.
Ooh, this is the one where
need to
you
do
can
mine.
only post in like real time,
Yeah.
and it like gets your face.
And
And
this
then
is not to be like
also-
main character energy. This is like, I'm taking a hot shit right
It's like
now.
you have just a couple seconds to completely compose a shot that is supposed to be totally real.
Yeah.
You have to do it right away, though. Very quickly do
Really,
your
it was
hair.
a speed test for how fake you could be. how
Yeah,
fake-
I know, as
exactly,
fast
yeah.
as possible.
It's a speed run of doing one
It's
of
like
these-
being a firefighter where the alarm goes off. And you
just
have to
push
get
this
your
under the
costume
blanket
on.
here. Okay.
Does it have like an alarm that tells you like right now it's
You
time
have
to be real,
you have
bitch?
alerts and you have 2 minutes
Oh
to
my
be
God.
It's
real.
taking hot shit. It like knows when I am. That's the
Yeah.
only. It's fucking always.
And if you
have it?
That's the only social media I'm personally on. Yes.
and if you don't do
That's
it in
true?
2
Yeah.
minutes, it emails pictures of your butthole to your mom.
Right.
So that you know you have to do it.
And she's like, "That's my baby boy." Not healthy.
This is for the 909ers, July 14th. Ivana Trump, ex-wife of future Pop Filter Hall of Famer Donald Trump, is dead. Days later, her ex-husband will totally bury her body and nothing else on the whole of one of his golf courses.
What?
Wait, she got buried on his golf course?
Yep.
What?
Why was this not like everywhere?
Which hole? This is so important. Did he pick like a big
6
one,
foot
or
hole.
like was he like gave her honor? Like was it the
It was in
18th
the
hole?
back
It was
nine.
next to the sand pit. Everyone's
It's like-
screaming over her grave.
She really brought stuff down. I'm gonna represent her with sandpit number 2.
Is this so he can always put his balls inside of her?
Ew. Hey, too far.
It's a golf course.
I think it's because if they get enough dead bodies on the property, it can like qualify for
He thought if it was one tax
Yeah.
breaks.
no way.
Write-off.
Yes.
It's a write-off.
It's a write-off, and also that's where you hide documents.
Oh, jeez.
This one is for the handstands, July 15th. Opening up discussions about child actors, laptop holsters, and salt and pepper haired hotties. The rehearsal debuts on HBO Max.
One of the best television shows ever created in the history of television.
This one's fun.
Caitlin didn't like it.
No, I've only watched 3 episodes, so I have not finished it
That's
yet.
a lot of the episodes.
That's half the
It
episodes.
is. It's a lot.
If it's not making you rethink how TV works and how people work, What the? Are you falling asleep while watching it?
I'm not. I'm very curious about the sets. That
Nobody
they're
could
creating
fall
for it.
asleep while watching
Yeah,
this
no,
show.
I'm very much like, what is going on? But very much thinking about the sets that they're making and then bringing everywhere and the financials, like of how expensive it is. It's
I mean, HBO Max is hemorrhaging money.
Yeah,
Is it?
that's why
Nathan Fielder's-
Zaslav had to cancel Batgirl.
so we can move the sets everywhere.
But I think that's the difference between if you're a normal person, you're looking at it like Caitlin, and if you are
I'm a normal
unfortunately a Nathan, you're
I think
like,
it's the first person.
is this what I should have been
First
doing
time.
my whole life?
It was a bummer how
Write
much
this
was
down.
in line of like, yeah, you should redo that one again.
Yes.
This is for the professors. July 16th, Bennifer is dead. Long live Bennifer. Ben Affleck marries Jennifer Lopez.
Wow, it's so nice to know that love can really still exist.
I don't know if I'm being serenaded or they are, but that was nice.
I'm very happy for that. They seem happy, right? It seems like they're a good couple.
It's like a Jennifer Lopez's relationships I've never had an investment in, and I feel
What
like
kind of come on?
people.
Be a person.
That's
there are royals.
J Lo and A Rod.
Who cares?
I don't care, but I think it's like it's nice.
It was like
You
a
know
good
what?
For
story.
someone
It's-
who's broken up with so many people, I feel like she doesn't have a lot of drama following her about all of her breakups.
I'll tell you this much:
that-
if he stayed married to J Lo, he wouldn't get that fucking god awful tattoo on his back. What the fuck is that?
Oh, yeah.
Also, Jennifer Garner is very like, I'm so glad that baby is with someone else who would take care of him. Very upset about
Oh,
Ben.
Ben Affleck is the baby.
Yeah, big,
Gotcha,
big old
okay.
baby.
Yeah, I get it.
Man child.
He's Irish. This is for the Taste Buds, July 25th. At San Diego Comic-Con, Kevin Feige reassures fans that the multiverse isn't going away anytime soon, as he reveals Phase 5 and 6 of the MCU, the Multiverse Saga.
Yep. Here we go. I think for a while we were all like, it's nice that these are all so good, and they'll probably be so good forever. But I think we're in the dog days.
It's-
now.
I can't wait to sing Florence and the Machine when those dog days are over. This shit has made me who I am. Marva, I love it.
Yeah.
I want 2 years off, man. I just cannot wait for like.
You could do that by not watching the movie. You could take your own 2
What
years
if they
off.
had-
No. He
What
has
am I
to
gonna
watch
fucking
it.
watch then? After Yan?
What if they had done that after the snap?
Yes.
What if they had
They
taken
should've.
2 years
Make us
off
excited
and make
again.
everybody
After Marvel
But you
Snap,
guys-
they're like, no, we're
Follow
playing
on
this game
Taylor
now.
Swift.
comes out next month, and I am pumped.
I'm excited for Quantumania. I
I am
cannot
too.
wait.
The look in my wife's eyes when I was like, do you want me to get you tickets for Quantum Mania? Like,
I love
Stop,
the
get
new
dude.
the
Cassie.
fuck away
We
from
have
me.
a kid
New
now.
Cassie.
This is for the roommates. July 26th. Overcoming being a racist illiterate, Leah Michelle replaces Beanie Feldstein in Funny Girl.
She still doesn't know how to read. She never overcame that. That's such a joke. That was my favorite part of her constantly being like, and I did read this. And I was like, you are over reassuring
Just so you
us.
know.
I do know how to read. Thank you very much.
Also, we know that she's never going to overcome being a racist. So maybe
No.
just learn how to read.
Pick one, and that's the easier one for you. Hooked on Phonics does wonders.
Did Beanie Feldstein get threatened by like the mob? Like, did she have the mob come and say like, you quit this show, Funny Girl?
The woke mob, yeah.
Yeah, the woke mob.
I'm gonna say yes.
Broadway, guys, Broadway. You want to talk more about Broadway?
Yeah, the
The Great White Way.
She got so much hotter once I learned she can't read and is racist. What does that say about me?
It says you're into your mother.
Have you seen her?
Next.
This is for the chat, man. July 29th, once again shunning all of the buildup. Beyonce releases Renaissance.
Beyonce.
I think that's how that needs to be said.
Just
Just
that, and
just
then we
repeat
dance
it.
forever?
Yeah.
It's very good. It's very fun. It crushes. It's just her wanting to dance with her friends, saying, "Jay-Z, fuck you. Go watch the kids."
It's
It
very,
feels like I wanted this like 2 years ago though.
What does that mean?
Like I wanted her to be "fuck you, Jay-Z" when more of the drama was at its peak.
Sure.
You guys remember that elevator fight?
Yeah.
But then
But that
she was
was
like,
her
"You
sister."
can solve this
That's
with
how
the
we got
Carters."
Lemonade, right?
And nobody
Yeah.
wanted the Carters because that album was meh, except
It was
for Ape Shit.
terrible.
this album. She was like, all my gays have been dancing to me for years,
Yes.
and I am
Yeah.
now going to pay
Yes.
it back to
Yes.
them and let them do
Like-
their drag shows
She's
properly.
like, I see you gays. I see you. This
And
is
I'm
for
hyped,
you.
and the delay doesn't make me less hyped. I wish it happened when I was more hyped on the "fuck you, Jay-Z."
You wish you were younger so you could
Yeah,
dance
maybe
harder.
That's
yeah,
what
that's
it
what
is.
it
I'm
is.
just too old.
Stretch the back before you go dance to her, and that'll
It
help.
hurts.
This is for the drop mix. August 4th, the Gregory brothers turn an interview of corn-loving kid Tariq into
yeah.
a smash song.
Corn.
Guys, It's corn.
This, I think what at the core of this, I think really is
cob of
The
this?
corn of it.
how much corn really is this good. Like I think that like there's a moment where the kid goes like he kind of like looks off to the side and he kind of puts his hand up and he's just like, it's just corn. Like he doesn't understand why he even has to like talk about how good corn is. And I think he's absolutely right. That's why it's popular because he's cute. It's popular because it's well produced. But it's popular because corn is really, really
Yeah,
good.
when you see a little kid doing something, are you like, I'm not going to watch this until the well-produced Beats
yeah,
version
dude,
is out?
yeah, seriously. You don't want to watch the primary source. You want to watch the like TikTokified version of it.
There was two things that united everybody. It was Top Gun Maverick and corn. And
Yes.
everybody, both
Yeah.
all people came together and were like, it is good.
A
It
weary
is-
nation dragged itself towards its enemies.
This one's for the Swifties. August 6th, the newest member of the Pop Filter family arrives because McKenna had a baby.
Yeah, baby!
Hey, he who shall not be named, or Tatum.
I didn't put the name.
If you
Caitlin.
say his name, he'll show up with his weird snake nose.
I didn't put the name in there because I didn't know if McKenna wanted to say it, but Caitlin always there. Just
Always here to just be. You like named my own kid on the pod before I did.
His name is Trucker.
Little trucker.
His name is Trucker. to
Little
me.
Trucker. No, his name is Tatum. He came on August 6th.
Do you
Same
love him?
birthday as Corn
Yeah,
Kid.
what's your favorite part of the baby?
He's not Corn Kid, but
That's why I love my friends who have kids because they're like, look, yes, I love my kid, but
I
there are
would love
better
for-
kids out there.
I mean, there's kids who have gone viral.
Mike, if you could whip up a real quick kid bracket, let's record a podcast. That's what I'm thinking when I think
Corn
about
kid is at the number one seed.
Up next, it's Charlie Bit My Finger.
And once again, Tatum's spotlight stolen by Charlie Bit My Finger. This is for the superheroes. August 11. Actress Anne H. died as she lived, speeding down the street of a neighborhood and crashing into a house.
I legit forgot Anne Heche died. What's your favorite Anne Heche performance, Cass?
That, the one where
Yeah.
she does.
You're always talking about that
Oh,
one.
God, it's so
Richard
memorable.
Gere?
It was formidable.
Don't
Six
even
Days,
say
7 Nights. It's not Richard Gere and Harrison Ford.
No, it's
idiot.
6 days, 7 nights
Sorry.
because they were like, look, you think you're gay, you're not. We're going to make you a leading role in a straight romance, and we're going to do it with Harrison Ford, the most charismatic actor possible.
That movie also taught me how you plan vacations because you do have to figure out the difference
Yes.
between the days and the
No,
nights.
you
It's
do,
important.
though. That's important.
And they can only be one number apart. Like, you can't do 3 days, 8 nights.
No.
That is 8 crazy nights.
Ain't crazy.
But those are 8 crazy nights if
brother.
it's only 3 days. You're coked out. You're awake for 4 of the nights in a row.
Cassie, do you know who this person is?
No.
Okay.
I saw a picture of
She
her
was
makeover.
Ellen DeGeneres' girlfriend
Portia.
for a
Oh,
while.
really?
Oh, wow. How
I miss
fast
you,
was-
Anne.
This is for the Pokemon Goes. It's August 21st, guys. You know what this one is.
Okay. Say no more.
It's Tolkien versus Martin as two streamers debut their huge budget fantasy shows in an attempt to save television and entertainment in general.
And which was more popular? Hard to say. It's hard to say who did a better job.
Yes. The dragon. The
yeah,
dragon versus
between
the
House of the
Rings.
Dragon and Lord of the Rings.
Caitlin, you're a Lord of the Rings watcher.
Yes.
But House of the Dragon is a little too incesty for you.
Yeah, I'm not about like the cousin fucking and all that kind
Okay.
of stuff.
How much incest is okay with you if House of the
your
Dragon
line?
has
It
too
honestly felt like
much?
the world was like, wait, this Lord of the Rings thing has no cousin fucking? I don't think I'm going to watch it.
Honestly, the show wants you to just like accept incest as a premise, but it is weird when suddenly a character goes, "Well, our kids could get married."
Yeah.
Our boy and girl could just get married to each other. That's a weird way to get out of this.
There's points in House of the Dragon where somebody's like, that's my cousin. And then you're like, oh, they're going to fuck.
It's when RedTube fans start writing other stuff.
This is for the 909ers. September 3rd, Kanye West appears with Candace Owens wearing White Lives Matters t-shirts.
He's turned into such a bummer to talk about, to think about, to know that exists in this world. Is he still missing?
Wait, he's
He's
missing.
missing.
I think he's missing.
I
think
feel
he's
like
currently
anytime he's
missing.
not doing anything
Wow.
extremely crazy, people just assume he's missing because he's always willing to just the line's here and he's leaks past it. This
Probably just in the crawl space.
it's not a
just hiding
shocker.
out.
It's not even that creative. I feel like this was
I'm torn between like there's clearly something wrong with this man.
Yes.
And,
Yes.
like he needs help, but also like it's so hard to have compassion at the same time.
I don't have any compassion, but I do want like my child.
We know, McKenna. We know.
She's one of my favorites.
That's gonna be great clip
I just
audio
wanna,
there.
like-
I don't have any compassion.
I don't even know where I was going with that.
This is for the handstands. September 6th, the Don't Worry Darling drama culminates in Spitgate, where the internet analyzes a clip of Harry Styles allegedly. Then this is like the, what's it called? The JFK?
Yeah.
The Zapruder.
The
tape.
Zapruder. Allegedly spits on Chris Pine before he sits down next to him at the premiere.
I watched this clip so many times to get my own formative opinion.
Are you team spit or no spit?
Refuses to watch
spit.
Better Call Saul, but
Okay.
we'll watch this a million times.
But here's
Fucking spit.
the thing. What they don't want to tell you, there were 2 spitters.
Wow.
There's one spitter from the back,
Oh.
and the CIA put another one in the front row.
What about the one in the ceiling, Mike?
The magic spit theory.
You can't see the spit, but it feels like you can see the effects of spit.
I feel
It feels like
I
you can
don't
see
know.
the reaction.
The way, if you watch it sped up, it's like, this is clearly not a spit. He's literally just moving his mouth and sitting down, and people are making a big thing about it.
If
And
Harry
no
Styles
one-
spit on me, I'd be like,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you
And
can
that's
tell
what-
he didn't spit because Chris Pine didn't come.
Exactly. Thank
Spit
you,
in
Mike.
my mouth, Harry.
Thank you, Mike.
This is for the professors. September 8th, Queen Elizabeth dies too soon at 157 years old.
Wow, yeah. That,
Just have a good chuckle about it. It's all we needed.
she was like.
Let me ask the professors, what did you guys do to mourn?
Well, I heard that she was at the Royal Half Pipe, and when she dropped in, she caught an edge, and she went down. And you know, when you're in that advanced age, you can't take a tumble.
I know what the
like
prophecy
that.
said. That's how it would work.
And that's how it went. And she still went to that half pipe every day because she knew that was her
That was her
job.
duty.
Yeah,
She
dude,
had to.
She got a shred for England every day.
Did you guys watch videos of people on the street interviews of British people being like, oh, really? Fuck that bitch. Fuck her so hard.
That was the best part.
Do British people like any of their people in power though? Because like it always seems like they're just cheering when everyone dies in that country.
I feel like
think
it's
they're
part of
terrible
your,
people.
It's kind of your job as the king or queen just to be shit on by the people.
Yeah.
There's someone up there to be hate by them.
This is for the taste bud. September 10th, national treasure Trisha Paytas makes a statement debunking that her newborn daughter, Malibu Barbie, born minutes after Queen Elizabeth dies, is not the reincarnation of the Queen.
Okay, someone is protesting a little bit too much.
Exactly
If you
what
ask me.
somebody whose
Yeah.
daughter was the reincarnation of Queen
Literally
Elizabeth would
nobody
say.
says anything to this lady, and she's like,
My
I just
baby's
wanna
not Queen
say-
Elizabeth.
she's not. I know, yeah.
I cannot
You're looking
wait
at the
for
little
Crown
tiara.
season 8. When fucking
Just a
Malibu Barbie
little
has to show
baby.
up. You put
But
the
it's-
big crown on her head.
It's not her, thank goodness, because that lady needs a break. She can't now be a baby.
Yeah, she's 2 years off, then she's a dog. That dog dies too early, then she's a flea. That flea dies actually a few years too late.
Did people did people like pinpoint that this was the baby that was born closest
minute?
to when she died? Or
Yeah, it was like
something?
right when she died.
Yeah.
And Trisha Paytas fans are... Do you guys know who this person is?
No.
No, I
Okay.
thought you made up the whole story.
Is that a real housewife?
We'll talk about it later. This is for the roommates. September 13th. Over 4,000 people win Emmys on this day, but none more memorable than Abbott Elementary's Cheryl Lee Ralph.
Hell yeah. I mean, such a good speech, obviously. But also,
I still don't know if Cassie knows what we're talking about or not.
No,
Like she's like,
good at this shit. It's why she's the host of Stuart.
really
it's a good
moved by
show,
this.
and it was fun. Like everybody was like, this was a uniting moment for everybody. Everybody was like, hey, this was deserved.
this is one of those things where sometimes you get the award for legacy, like career, and I'm okay with it. Like
Yeah.
she has had an amazing Broadway career, and she's so awesome on that show. Maybe not the best on the show, but it
It's
was
a strong cast.
yeah.
She's like
Oprah's-
the older teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oprah sent her a bunch of flowers as a congratulations.
I mean,
and I was
that's
like,
all you need, right?
Yeah. And
I aspire to get flowers from Oprah one day.
Caitlin is never going
Keep
to.
on wishing.
You get some flowers, and you get some flowers.
what if you get it after this podcast? She's like, you nailed it. You did so good.
From
Caitlin.
Oprah, I love.
keep reaching for those stars?
This is for the Chapman. I'm so glad the roommates aren't talking here. I need the Chapman to come together and talk about on how September 18th, Bryan Cranston and Aaron Paul guest star on 2022's drama of the year, Better Call Saul.
Fuck that
That
shit.
weird smile that she just made makes
know,
me
I'm so
worried.
nervous right
She's
now.
closer to the roommate.
It's dropped from #1 seed on dramas, and it's bringing me a lot of joy.
Fucking shit.
Is it
What?
because do you hate talent? Do you hate
quality.
Great.
I've said this so
writing,
many times.
art.
Unlike you, I don't like bad people getting like their non-comeuppance and continuing to just thrive
Every other
as
team
bad
is a
people.
team, but this two are enemies.
If you watch, well, that's what the academia is very competitive.
Yeah.
If you watch Better Call Saul and go, he's winning. Look, I know you're not dumb.
He's not
But-
winning.
He's not. He does not have a good
I'm
life.
not saying he's not. It's like the show's celebrating that though.
it's absolutely not. It's
I
absolutely
do not
not.
think
It
it's
just
celebrating.
it doesn't entertain me. It doesn't
People I
teach
know
me.
who
It's
watch
just
this
not.
like it.
Not good people.
That's
People's all-
Fair enough. Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's not Babar that's teaching you.
wow. This is for the drop mix. September 21st. Thousands more boomers keel over and die thanks to the latest Gen Z cooking trend: chicken and NyQuil.
So, like, this is so weird. There's so much stuff on the internet and so many people that see it that they just, like, if you watch someone cooking chicken in NyQuil, what makes you then go do that?
No. Here's the thing, though.
Purple
It
chicken.
literally no one ever ate it.
Okay, nobody
It's
did it.
just for people to freak out and say the children are eating this.
Rainbow
no one ever ate
parties.
it.
Apparently, the fumes were also toxic, though. If you did actually create it,
I mean, it seems like a fucked up combo.
Yeah.
To
'Cause
be-
Yeah.
And we're gonna eat it right after the show.
You just
That's for
make
dinner.
it to film yourself making it.
yeah.
and to upset old people, and they
Yeah.
do, and they're like, "Oh, we're so screwed."
And for dessert, Tide Pods.
What is the View going to talk about if kids aren't doing something they freak out about that doesn't exist?
But like, I like a little, I don't know, drugs with my chicken. That sounds good though.
Chicken goes with everything.
God, it sounds like it'd be so gross.
This is for the Swifties. September 21st, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, Star Wars made a good show that critics loved and nobody watched. The first 3 episodes of Andor dropped today.
I did actually watch all of this. This was honestly the crunchiest, hardest Star Wars thing for me to watch. I think because there was
Crunchiest.
Explain your Gen
Please.
Z verb or adjective.
I'm too old
It
for
was
this.
you had to absorb it. It wasn't something that you could just watch
Oh, yes.
people like fight with lightsabers.
It was
and-
good. It was.
You mean it had storyline
It was
instead of
Hawaii.
What you're saying is that was complex.
There was no Hayden Christensen or Ewan McGregor.
These are people who vote on best show for pop culture,
I just meant that she votes.
like for actual elections.
I watched all of it.
But like you felt like you had to chew it. That means your brain is thinking.
It was-
I think crunchy means you were
It-
processing
yes,
information.
It means I did have to think. But it's like if you dumped every single bit of Star Wars lore onto a show immediately and like if you don't know this, you will not understand. And I was like, fuck, my brain just can't.
Hard to disagree, but we have to move on.
What a
This is for the
misreading of that
superheroes. September 26th. Superheroes, in a moment that had a very specific demographic of Americans get upset. Lizzo plays James Madison's 200-year-old flute.
greatest moment. I knew instantly. She knew the instant she picked up that flute. She was like, "Let me piss off so many people." And I've never been more
Everybody
proud
who
of my
gets
girl.
pissed off at this, please step forward and so I know who you are.
I
Yeah.
don't care that I did not know that James Madison had a flute before this moment.
Yeah,
But
nobody knew that
how
shit.
It's the most important
dare
thing in my life.
this heavy-set, beautiful pop star play that flute that the historians said she could play.
Also, so good at playing it. Like she knows.
Yeah,
like
she's a band nerd. She's great at playing the flute.
yeah, and like
she
they-
like got a degree in it.
I
Like
think if she was skinny and not black, they'd be like, "That's great that she did that."
were
Wow,
like, wow.
appreciating history.
yeah, but no, because she twerks, and also you can't twerk with a flute and have the white people be happy with
It's
you.
bridging history.
They really hate that.
Lin-Manuel Miranda said, "It's James Madison. Don't be mad, son."
That's a really good impression.
This is for the
That was pretty
Pokemon
good.
Goes. This is September 29th. Surprising everyone, including his producers and network executives, Trevor Noah announces he's leaving The Daily Show.
yeah, and
Pokemon Goes, when did you last watch The Daily Show?
that'd be a never. I heard he was dating someone though, and he was very happy, and
All
that's why
right,
he was.
Caitlin's
leaving.
just coming in right now saying he's dating someone.
Yeah, I don't know who, but I heard he's happy. I heard
This
he's very
just
happy.
in.
I hope
Weird
he's
things are
happy.
going. Yeah, I think I had like aged out of the Daily Show by this point. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna watch news shows for my news from now on. But it's certainly the end of an era. He wasn't there for like 10 years.
Yeah, and like watching all of his changes, it was really interesting to see Noah's arc.
True story. I worked on The Daily Show like a week before he was announced and asked literally everybody there to tell me who was replacing John. Nobody would, not even John.
Because you thought they were going to say Mike Gravano.
They're like, well, we know we just met you, but you're pretty charming.
Do you want to host this?
And
We
then
just met
Oprah
you, and
sent
this is
flowers.
crazy.
Yeah, she sent me, I'm sorry, flowers. It would never be you.
This is for the 909er, September 30th. Ocean Builders, a company that is attempting to build floating homes on the ocean, debuted its brand new prototype to a live audience. The house sunk immediately within seconds of debut.
That's beautiful. If I ever do a pitch like to the world, that's exactly how I want it to go.
I think like maybe not all of 2022, but like the end of it is like I just want billionaires to fail. Like
yeah.
But like we have houseboats. We know how this technology
Yeah,
works.
we know how to make a house float.
Jesus,
How'd they fail?
How do you fuck that up?
some
It's got to be waterproof. Oh no!
some intern
mean
probably
we
got
can't put the
screamed
furniture
at for
in?
this.
What if the houses were just underwater? We're making Atlantis.
Okay, yeah,
And that's
underwater
what we're
houses.
saying.
So when it sunk, that's what we wanted it
Step
to
one.
do.
Life
Step
spin.
2, grow gills.
And, yeah, the next slide was under the sea.
This is for the handstands. October 1st, a woman shows the world her DMs from Adam Levine, who she was having an affair with. Among the messages is one where the Maroon 5 frontman asked if he and his wife could name their baby after her.
Baller move if you're going to hit on somebody. I want to think of your ass when I look at my little baby that I birthed.
Yeah. Okay, like, first of all, he had an affair, whatever. But he goes to the person he had an affair with to ask her if he can name. You just either do it or, like...
Yeah, just be a man and do it.
Do it.
And her name was Poo Poo Pee Pee. Like,
His other texts were like, your body, fuck. Like,
Yeah.
sir, you are a
Dude.
lyricist. Take some time.
it was such a classic case of celebrities are us too because they're morons. They're awkward idiot morons who
Yes.
text
Okay,
awful
but like
things.
it's always weird when someone dates someone who has the same name as their sibling. You really want your kid to have someone
I know,
named
like-
that's fucked up.
I think if you're a rock star, you can't foreclose the names of people that you've had sex with as potential names for your kids,
you're gonna
because
keep having sex.
there's going to be a lot of names you can't use.
This is for the professors. This is October 4th. And one of the most confusing moments in the history of being older than 30. The 3 remaining Try Guys apologized that the 4th one, Ned, was caught cheating. This is especially stressful for fans of the Try Guys because this Try Guy identified as a wife guy.
Not Ned.
Professors who
loved her
and
so
my professors on this team deal with Gen Z often.
Yes.
Can you explain what is happening here?
First of all, I have to say, we originally, when we recorded this, we had him on the show.
Yes.
And so if you notice any pauses, that's where we've taken out his recording.
He
We
cheated
just
on his
thought
wife. I'm not.
we can't stand
And he
behind
said
his
brilliant things.
cheating
but-
on his wife. Yeah, and really funny and really topical.
It all
too.
just it calls to attention. The more someone tries to push a part of their life forward,
Yes.
the more
Listen,
fishy
people
that
are telling
is.
you who they
It-
are always.
It reminds me of something my very charming wife was telling me about. I love her so
Who the
much.
wife guy in this one is.
And
You notice how I shit talk my kid? It's because he's actually fucking great.
This is for the taste buds. October 4th, live music has no problem bouncing back from the pandemic with Bad Bunny breaking sales records. The previous record holder, Bad Bunny, guys, Bad Bunny,
Bad Bunny.
hey,
Bullet Train.
which I've never met one. They're all so good.
Bunnies are so sweet. Except
Funicula.
for Bunnicula. Fuck that vampire rabbit who sucks the juice out of innocent carrots.
I just want to say I think it's really important. Music has gotten like a lot more diverse and a lot
Yeah.
more inclusive, and now we have celebrities that have curly hair. And
That's the most
Bad Bunny is
important
out there,
I
and
feel
he's
seen.
representing for our curly-haired brothers and sisters. And I think it's really important that
I have to
there's
say,
someone
looking
out
around
there.
this table, this might be the most curly-haired podcast of
I'm
all
Hell yeah,
time.
comfortable
dude!
about
Hell
it.
yeah!
Greg, have you thought about
We're
doing the
taking
curly
over.
haired high and tight that Bad Bunny does?
I have thought about
He
doing
looks
that.
good in it.
But
I
that
tried
makes-
it, but my hair's straight and I'm balding, so it doesn't look good.
It
Yeah,
takes
but a
lot-
perm, Mike, a perm.
I should perm it.
Yeah.
Next.
This is for the roommates. October 10th, in the most viral moment of the entire first season of House of the Dragon, Emma Darcy reveals to Olivia Cook that her favorite drink is a Negroni.
Oh, Negroni.
That's where this came
Spagliato.
from.
Yes. That-
Yeah.
Damn! All of a sudden, everybody's talking about Negronis, and I was like, I don't know what this means. What
And
this
the
is.
entire world came behind Emma Darcy and was like, "This is the coolest person I've ever seen in my entire life."
No joke. In a Your Pop Filter text feed, you said that, and I was like, I don't understand. I Googled it and had to watch this interview.
I'm making Caitlin learn.
Yeah.
Like this is important.
Yeah.
It's fucked up of you.
Dare you.
It's so hard for her to learn.
It's like, damn, okay.
She's
cool.
gonna forget how to go to the stairs because she
I
learned.
know, one fact leaves when one fact comes in.
That's all I got.
Well, she used to get mad anytime somebody said Negroni in a bar because she thought that was not a word we could say.
Right, yeah, it is a weird. She would say N-word spagliato, but
Apparently, this is like the most ordered drink.
yeah,
now.
bartenders
Oh.
are sick of making that because Emma Darcy ordered a Negroni spagliato.
I went to Disney World and they had it on the menu everywhere.
Shit.
And it
Disney's hip.
This is for the chat, men. This is October 14th. The hits keep coming at Warner Brothers as axes are taken to Cartoon Network and Adult Swim. Guys, end of an era.
What was your
McKenna
favorite?
doesn't care about Adult Swim.
Oh,
She was never
man.
high in the 90s.
Yeah, this is like early 2000s Adult Swim, Cartoon
What-
Network.
R.I.P. those bumpers. The best part of
Yeah.
fucking Adult Swim.
Yeah, at first they literally were people in the pool.
Yeah.
McKenna, first crush, Ben 10? Is that too young for you?
That might be a little young for me. I don't really remember much of it.
Yeah,
Ryan,
yeah.
could
He had
you
great hair.
could you understand Ben 10?
I couldn't, Greg, because
No,
I didn't
I-
see the first 9 Bens.
I'm gonna see my time to an Adult Swim stars.
Hey guys, I want to thank you so much for watching my show and all my friends' shows for
This is
so
a very good
long,
meat
guys.
one.
Is this Stitch
Yeah.
doing an impression of Meat One?
I'm just a human piece of meat, man.
My memory of
I'm
Adult
gonna do what I
Swim was
want
like
right
when I
now.
woke up in the middle of the night from like.
This is for the
fever
drop
dreams.
mix, October 14th. In order to stop the climate crisis, teenagers. Where's the drop mix? You
Right
too.
here.
Right here, right
In order to
here.
stop
Right
the
here.
climate crisis, teenagers throw soup on a Van Gogh and glue their heads to a Vermeer.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Cassie, are you capable of this?
No, I don't own enough soup. I can't part with my soup.
I have to tell you, both
I thought
of
because she was 909, she was like, I don't know what those
She
paintings
couldn't
are,
pick
but
out a
she
Van Gogh.
it said she
How do
can't
I see?
afford soup.
I gotta hold on to my
I
soup.
don't have
gotta-
the word glue. I sniffed it all.
awareness raised much, Ryan?
Guys, do something productive with your life, please.
Van Gogh famously hated the climate, didn't believe in it changing.
Van Gogh, importantly, is famous because every time I hit the gas pedal when I'm driving a van, that's what I say.
Van Gogh.
Van Gogh, yeah.
Go
Van
glue
Gogh.
your head to a Vermeer.
But somebody should do something about the climate thing.
Sure, yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
God, that's not even a joke. Like
Yeah,
somebody should do
get on
something.
that.
Good.
It feels like somebody should do something about that.
Throw some more soup.
This is for the Swifties, October 20th. Ladies, after an exhausting 49-day tenure as the Prime Minister, Liz Truss has resigned.
Sure has.
Mass silent nodding.
The 10-day reign of Liz Truss.
I saw that. She was like, I will do great things and I will
Yeah.
stay here. And then she was like,
Basically,
Oh,
was-
oh, they're calling me off stage right now.
all
Okay, I
she
get it.
Yeah.
did is she met and killed the queen.
Yeah.
I
She,
mean, that's
ru-
a big
Trust, a true
accomplishment.
American hero.
She
Which was
ruined-
paid for by Charles,
she
right?
ruined the British economy.
Yeah.
Wasn't there-
And then she's like,
That's
you know what?
this
Peace.
downfall of an economy. Honestly, impressive.
I'm out. I gotta go.
I love watching countries be like, America with Trump, you guys are disgusting. And other countries are like, let's do this. Like, let's fucking get
Nobody
crazy.
saw a politician's career could be shorter than Scaramucci. And Liz
Yeah,
Truss
dude.
said, hold my, what's the gross shit British drink instead of beer? Hold my room temperature lager.
Somebody thought
Tea,
too
Earl
because they put
Grey,
a piece
hot.
of cabbage against her. The cabbage outlasted.
yes, I
Yeah.
saw that. There was like a live feed of the cabbage and a
skin
picture of her.
This is for the superheroes on October 20th. Not to be outdone by any rappers, pundits, or ex-presidents. Cassie and Mike, here we go. NBA star Kyrie Irving uses social media to promote extremely anti-Semitic videos. Are we picking up on a theme this year?
Here's what I know about Kyrie Irving. Cassie, take it away.
He apparently plays basketball.
He's a flat earther. I
like,
can give
he
you some
really-
fuel there.
No, he
wait,
has
is
a
he the
great beard, which bummed me out.
That's
That
James
he's a
Harden.
disgusting human person.
That is
What?
a bummer.
That's James
James
Harden.
Harden.
It could probably be a lot of basketballers.
He also
Yeah,
he also has an
It probably
okay
could
beard.
be him if he wanted to. He just doesn't want to.
Kyle Irving.
Kyrie Irving.
He's the
Caitlin, you're
most-
reading my screen.
He's the most confusing player in the NBA because everything he says is awful. Sometimes he literally just disappears for weeks and nobody knows
But,
why.
like, why are
and then
people
every
still
time he comes
listening
back,
to
he
him?
balls out so hard and is so good at basketball that it's very
Well,
conflicting.
when you're that dumb, you don't have to worry about anything, so you can just be like ball in net.
This is for the Pokemon Goes, October 25th. After allegedly offering it to every other person in town, James Gunn and Peter Safran sign up to take over the hierarchy of the DC universe. The hierarchy has
Yeah.
changed forever.
yeah,
It has
forget
indeed.
forget everything you know about the DCU, Ryan. It's gone now.
Do you guys care? I mean,
I mean, he has fired Henry Cavill as Superman, which people apparently are upset about. But it's like he's been gone for a while, anyways.
He's been gone for a while.
been
so-
gone.
Someone didn't watch the fucking post-credit scene to Black Adam.
No, I didn't see that movie.
He came
Did
back
anybody watch Black Adam?
in theaters, high on mushrooms, the way you should do it.
But wait, less coming back. Didn't he just axed forever, right?
Yeah, but right after he announced he was back and was in a new movie.
I'm back, baby. Now I'm
Yeah,
dead.
he's like, I'm back.
His
And by the
career
way-
was shorter than Liz Truss's in that moment.
But I guess I trust I don't care about DCU, but I guess I trust James Gunn. I like Peacemaker show.
You guys like Guardians and Peacemaker?
Yeah, I like the
I
Guardians
think
Christmas special.
I think he's
You
gonna
guys
do
like
good.
one mind heading things?
Oh,
This is for the
Slither.
909ers. October 28th. Tired of his concussions and his constant children kisses. Giselle Bundchen files for divorce from Tom Brady.
Yes.
They
indeed.
can't make it.
This-
Cassie, I heard you're a Patriots fan.
Mom is a deep Patriots fan. There was a lot of compassion from my mom and a lot of white moms out there in the world for this man. Did not comprehend it. Don't know why he's still there.
Tom Brady plays what position for what sport?
Quarterback, football.
Buccaneers.
He's
now on the Bucks.
Yeah, he's on the Bucks now.
I would have got that one wrong. I would have said Patriots probably. That's how long it's been.
People were like, "Oh, she's gonna regret that." Like he's so wealthy. Like they forget who Giselle is.
He's got that
Supermodel.
Hertz money
Yeah,
coming in, honey.
like,
And I think she's kind of a
Butch.
smart person with a ton of money, and he's
she
a
just
moron.
upped. Yeah, like
Yeah, and
she's sailing really good right
Everyone
now.
was like,
Pete Davidson is about to hook up with Giselle.
Hey, girl, hey.
2023.
All right, this is for the handstands. October 28th, 2022's Milkshake Duck is a milkshake emu. Emmanuel the emo and his owner went viral this year. Just before we found out the owner got avian flu from kissing her birds and also tweeted a bunch of racist shit in the past.
No, okay. Shut
Yeah.
up. Because there's
Different.
a good emo
There's
girl.
a good, yeah.
Right? The Chapmen know this. There's a good emo girl and there's a bad emo girl.
You're saying emo.
Yeah,
You
well,
fucking
there's a
90s
good emo
child.
girl sung by Willow and Machine Gun Kelly. Is that who we're talking about right now?
No, but there's a good emu person, and then the bad.
Emmanuel
There's
is
no
the good
good
emo
emo.
girl.
Yes.
No, that's the bad
That's
one.
the same person.
No,
That's
the
the
racist
racist
But
one.
there is another one.
And
who's
she
just
didn't
fine.
tweet the racist things, but people were shitting on her
Wait, the
for her
emu-
emus.
Emmanuel's emu mom is good.
Let's put the whiteboard with the string right now.
So I do think Emmanuel's mom makes out with him and is racist. Correlation, causation, who knows?
Wait.
And then there's another emu girl who's just like, I own an emu, and people are like, fuck you, if you own an emu, you're racist.
Yeah.
Oh,
And she was just a loving
Yeah, let's move
emu
the
mom.
fuck on. This is for the professors.
I'm confused.
Mac and Greg, October 31st. Heidi Klum tries to top herself on another Halloween, dressing like a worm.
Dude,
She won.
this was
Amazing.
dope. This was dope. She didn't dress like a worm. She became a worm.
And
She was
everything.
a worm.
Greg's a Dune
I
fan,
want
and like
money.
the close-ups of her face is going like, I'm a worm.
Dude,
She crawled on the carpet.
she went hard. She went so hard.
Do either of the professors have an
beautiful.
impression of Heidi Klum as a worm? Do you remember what she said?
I wasn't like.
You know what they say. The early bird gets the worm.
You know what? Thank you for making space for yourself
Yeah.
to do that.
Hey,
I think
Greg,
that
can
was
you do
really
this? Because I
important.
can.
I said it. Waited half a second and nobody talked. Podcasting way.
But
I was so excited to watch her as Worm. I watched all
yeah,
the videos
dude.
As worm.
I feel like
I
she's.
watched her lead up all the way to Worm. It was so great.
as worm, Ryan.
She's worm.
This is for the taste buds. October 31st. One Taylor Swift occupies all 10 spots on the Billboard Top 10. This has never been done before.
Wow, amazing.
Because no music came out this year.
This is like this is Midnight's coming out, and then she was like all top 10 songs.
You know what? You know what my single is? All of them.
That's not really
Damn.
a single, is it, Tay-Tay?
It's every single one of them.
What's your favorite?
My favorite of her songs is probably Antihero.
Antihero is a really good one.
Yeah. Because the one about like
It's me.
it's me.
Hi.
I'm
That's
not.
Antihero.
Oh, that is Antihero.
That's Antihero.
That's it here.
okay.
The best song, I'm going to interrupt you guys. The best song is where she drops her voice. Could be the... What song is that?
She listened to an album of The Knife, and she was like, I can do that.
That's the best song.
That's a good one.
Her metal album forthcoming. We're all looking forward to that. But you
Because
know,
my name is Taylor Swift.
I think I've been overexposed to Taylor Swift.
Yeah, it's
I
a
think is
lot.
what's happened, and her having
The
occupying all 10 spots.
roommates. Oh, guys. November 1st. Takeoff, 1/3 of the rap group Migos, is shot dead after a dice game in Houston.
Very sad.
Let me start it off for you. Houston, we have a problem.
No. As someone who just went to NASA, very sad. You know.
Not because of the death, but because I was at NASA.
Because she went to
I
space.
definitely
It's so
went to
important.
I went to space. I was in the space station for sure.
But this is a sad story
It is
because
indeed.
somebody died.
Yeah, he died.
Ice is dangerous.
We can throw it back to Greg's Taylor Swift thoughts if you
Yeah,
guys
I
want
actually wanted to hear it.
Yeah.
What I was gonna say was her occupying all 10 spots of the award is exactly the kind of thing that like I feel like she could take a step back from. Like there's so much in
But
your.
that's not her.
not
That's her
her.
fans.
No, yeah, but that's the thing. Like she's got this army of fans that like.
And they're an army.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then-
And also, like, taking on Ticketmaster, like, I think she does dope shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
She lives a dope life
I feel
and
like
does
people
dope
tend
shit.
to blame
That's a Kanye
celebrities
way.
when they like see a lot of them, but it's the fans constantly.
It's
boosting
less
them
blaming her
up.
and more like that's part
The
of why I
Chapman.
personally am over her.
All right, Chapman, November 1st, in a campaign ad complaining about grocery prices, Dr. Oz grabs broccoli, asparagus, guacamole, and tequila in order to make crudité.
It is a traditional Pennsylvanian crudité. I don't understand the problem everybody had.
The
He went to Wegner's, everybody's favorite Pennsylvanian grocery store.
The traditional Pennsylvanian crudité is like Slurpee and a Slim Jim.
It's mostly steak with or without, and then a side of water.
And then a
Side of
battery,
water.
a battery for whipping.
You gotta whip something at Santa Claus.
We've talked about Oprah on the show. Like, can we just say fuck Oprah? Like,
This
bringing
was a misstep.
Unless
these
Gives me
people
flowers.
on to us.
Overrated in color purple, overrated in giving Dr. Oz to all of us. Long live John Fetterman. You can talk to.
She did ultimately
I
support
have
John
nothing
Fetterman.
to add. That is.
The Pennsylvanian me came out hard. It's Wegmans, and it's great. They're the only grocery store that serves booze.
This is for the drop mix. Cassie and Greg, November 2nd, after a 9-month whirlwind relationship. Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson have split up.
Yeah. You know what? Good for them getting together.
Yeah.
Good for them. But life is a series of coming togethers and partings.
And they have stories now. They've grown from that
Yeah.
relationship.
They
I'm
have
sure.
tattoos, probably,
I-
They
based
have
on their
tattoos.
relationship.
I have to be honest with you. I love Pete Davidson. Not as a performer. I've never really enjoyed his comedy or anything he's ever done.
Not super talented.
But as a celebrity personality who's just brought in to sort of just like date for a short time.
I got
Yeah,
baggy
like
eyes and a big
hottest
dick.
women.
Women
I'm gonna
who are-
hit everything.
and you women who are like in between the things, you know?
Do
Like,
you know who
good
the
for him.
90s version of this? And this is going to blow your goddamn mind.
Okay, lay it on me.
David Spade. David
that's
Spade
true.
hit every hot ass in Hollywood at a certain point.
Proving that if you're just kind of mean and gross, that you
If
can
you're
actually be
the least
successful
talented
with
on
people.
SNL and your crew.
Gonna get, yeah.
This is for the Swifties. On November 8th, the winner of the $2.04 billion Powerball bought their ticket in Altadena, California.
Oh yes.
It felt close, and it gave everyone that like possibility of like, hey, maybe, and then reality strikes again.
The gas station owner got $1 million. Just
Yeah,
a big ass
dude.
check.
God, that was really cool. It was such a big check. And yeah, it said California winner. I had bought tickets at this point. I was like, I'm going to do it.
I
It's
did it, and I
time.
still felt like I could win.
Same. I was
Like,
Me, they haven't told me
yeah.
yet.
I was like, you said Altadena, you mean Santa Ana, right? Right?
Hey, this is Caitlin.
Right?
Long time, first time. Did you mean Santa Ana?
feel like you got the wrong gas station.
I
Just
think
want to
you
correct you
sent that
here.
ticket from Altadena to Santa Ana to me, and I'm actually the winner.
If Caitlin had $2 billion, what the fuck would we do?
You would rob the shit out of her immediately.
I like how you
Wouldn't
don't
need to
touch
rob
it.
her.
I'd, like,
Just go
be
over
nice or give
You
money. Do
win
think I
$2
would
billion,
give
but
money?
you only walk
I
with
could have
$1
$1 billion, right?
And that's pointless.
Right? Who even wants
This is
that?
for the
That's worth it.
superheroes. Mike and Cassie, November 8th, Maxwell Frost is elected to be the first Gen Z member of Congress. He promises to slay King, no cap, facts, low-key hits different, bussin' extra understood the assignment.
Whoa.
That sounded like
Yeah,
slang.
let's
Can't-
get it.
Can't afford an apartment in D.C., which is sad.
Bit of a bummer, but I mean, great for him.
What do you think about the first of your generation being in Congress?
If they followed my path, terrifying.
He's gonna
So-
drive fucking giant trucks throughout the house.
Listen, that could be an improvement. If everybody was, instead of electric cars, we all get monster trucks.
Playing drop mix in the middle.
How old is this kid?
48. He's a Gen Z.
We're
Like,
all young.
it's Gen Z. He's like, I don't know, 28 or something.
I don't know if the Gen X or the Gen Zs are older.
Gen X is older. Gen Z is younger.
Gen Z famously, the movie Slacker and Rowdy Bites was about them in the 90s.
That helps.
Wrong audience, man.
That helps me.
November 10th, the Pokemon Goes. November 10th, Pop Filter Hall of Famer Kevin Conroy is dead.
No.
Yeah.
This was
Batman.
very sad.
This is the day Batman died.
Heartbreaking.
Yeah. This was a tough day in the old threads. The old chats. It was a tough day.
Because we really didn't know that he was sick, and then the fact that it was revealed that he was sick, and then also he had passed, it was like, well, this is horrifying. This is sad. Because he was such a nice person, too.
Yeah, and it was so important for years, and like so many people have played Batman, but ultimately he really like was Batman for a lot of people.
You have
and
no Batmans and one rises to the top.
Yeah.
And it is the one of your childhood.
And then that was the one. That was him. And so now that he's gone, I don't know, like it feels like watching a hero fall, really. And it's just harsh. And yeah, it turned out he was such a nice man, and everybody who worked with him loved
Always
him.
nice
So
when the testimonials match your hero in your head.
yeah, exactly.
All right, 909ers. On November 11th, in a funeral that saw the first 2 rows of audience members wearing ponchos, Gallagher is dead.
Oh, that's so sad.
That elephant from
Didn't help
earlier
it yet.
showed up to squash him like a watermelon.
I haven't seen footage of this one, and now I want to.
Uh-huh.
Now, are you aware of who Gallagher?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Who?
He
For
smashed
some people.
things
He
on.
drove around on a big tricycle and would
Okay.
smash things with a big hammer.
Oh.
He was
And if-
he was like a stand-up comedian, but he
He's
was more
like
like a
a stand-up
performance
comedian.
comedy.
artist. Yeah, he would like do stand-up comedy, but he was also kind of a prop comic.
Yeah.
And his big thing was he smashed watermelons with sledgehammers.
Oh.
And people would show up to his shows like wearing ponchos,
Smash it, smash it.
and then famously his twin brother, or like his.
Were you more of a Gallagher
Gallagher
2
2.
kind of guy?
So you could go see Gallagher or Gallagher
Would have
2.
been huge on YouTube. All right, for the handstands. On November 11th, delayed and rewritten in part because of the death of its star, Black Panther Wakanda Forever is finally released.
Did you see this one, Mike?
I did in
Oh.
theaters that night.
Ooh, that night. Yeah, I saw it a couple days later, but it was
I'm
very
better than
good.
you.
What?
I liked it more than a lot of other people did.
Did people not like it?
Yeah, there's some hate.
Oh, really?
It was a bit overstuffed. Angela Bassett crushed it.
Yeah.
And I am consistently impressed by Ryan Coogler saying, I want to say real stories in the Marvel machine. And here's what we talk about when we talk about grief and colonialism. But could they have made a better movie if they waited like 3 years? Yes!
Which is crazy given the leaked script that came out and the incredible idea he had for it about T'Challa being in the snap and coming back to, a kid from Lupita Nyong'o's character.
Right,
So,
having
yeah.
a new kid and
Yeah.
wasted
And pulling that
Lupita. And Shuri, I was so impressed by her. She was a great actress, but like there was none of the fun was there.
Oh man, that's awful.
This is for the professors. November 18th, picking up the torch from Pearl Jam, Taylor and her Swifties attempt to take down Ticketmaster after the thieving monopoly keeps thousands of her fans from buying tickets.
Yeah, Ticketmaster offers nothing
Yeah.
and
They-
takes so much.
They own too much of it, and like this needed to happen sooner. I needed Taylor Swift to have this concert sooner, so I could have gone to more concerts.
Oh my god! But like when you were paying, you forgot to pay the Ticketmaster fee, and that's $47.
It's insane.
I thought
Also,
it was crazy how quickly all the Swiftie fans that were, in fact, like lawyers came and said, no, this is illegal. We need to break this
and it
up.
I mean,
Yeah.
Taylor Swift took down Apple Music before this, so I'm not
Yeah.
surprised that this happened, but I do wish it happened sooner.
But don't you think like Taylor Swift learned the right lesson from Trump of like, I have a lot of supporters. Should I just like
Yeah.
throw my weight around?
I was gonna say she learned the right lesson of Lars, who was anti-Napster in 2000.
Metallica drummer
Yeah.
Lars Ulrich.
And now it's like, here's how you take down the beast
Yeah, in the court of law.
in the court of law.
This is for the taste buds. November 21st. Gentleman, Elton John plays his final North American show in Dodger Stadium, where he dons a glittery Dodger robe instead of the uniform he wore in the 70s. Also, in classic Dodger tradition, an old couple gets the shit kicked out of them in the parking lot for no reason.
I'm sure that's not true.
No, it was true, and he did the shit kicking. It was also his last shit kicking of life. You know that guy can fucking throw a fist. He grew up gay in the 70s, man. He
We're talking about
fights.
absolutely.
Yeah.
100% throwdown. I would not go up against Elton.
Look, as a kid, I wore those kinds of sunglasses he wore.
Yeah.
I also had to learn how to fight.
When I was a kid,
It
I
takes a
wore
lot of
the
strength
big Donald Duck costume
Uh-huh.
that he wore, and kids
And just
really
no pants.
Yeah,
Did you beat up an old couple in it?
Well, it was pretty expensive. It had a really big bill.
And those old couple, they were homophobes.
I'm sure the legal fees were huge.
He's going to play again. Come on.
He'll play again. You know him.
Even more
Encore.
inconvenient stadium. This is for the roommates. This is for the roommates. November 23rd, starring winner of 2023 Jenna Ortega and featuring one of the year's biggest TikTok dance trends, Wednesday debuts on Netflix.
Oh, this one fucking got me. I watched this show so quickly, and then I had to convince you, Cassie, in order to get you to continue to watch it.
yeah.
But was it worth it?
It's a good one. It's
a
entertaining.
fucking
It's
good
fun.
one. It's like the first episode or first season of Sabrina, plus like, yeah.
You haven't told me on that.
Yeah. But like in
Try
the dark
harder.
ways of Sabrina, and the first season of Sabrina, I also binged that one so quickly because I really liked it. But
Are you guys super into the Cramps now?
no,
Sorry.
sorry,
Did TikTok make this better or worse for you?
I'm not on TikTok, so
No effect on us.
Get into some swamp punk, bitches.
I saw an ice skater do this on ice, like a professional ice skater, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, do the dance because you can."
This is for the Chapman, November 27th. I don't think we've said this name yet. Elon Musk buys Twitter.
Boo.
Did it change your relationship to Twitter at all?
No. But that's because I'm not on it very much, and when I'm on it, like it just honestly, the most it changes is like every 3 tweets now mentioned Musk.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
I like to forget
A
about
permanent
him in my
main
day-to-day.
character instead of a daily main character.
Where's my bean dad?
But
Where's
I
the
want to
dad
see
that
the
taught me
other
how to be a
awful
dad?
people mixed in
Right.
a little bit more.
You want to shift who you hate that day.
It is kind
It
of
was
nice.
hard to make the Cody because we lost so many main characters of Twitter
Yeah.
because Elon Musk took over.
The ads you saw used to be like, here's insurance, here's a bank, here's Raytheon.
Here's Progressive Insurance. I love what they do. I'm Mike, and I think Progressive Insurance is amazing and hilarious.
Blue. But now it's just random Twitter fucks.
Yeah.
It's like the Jeremy Renner app now, but it is just Elon
Hey,
Musk.
too soon. Do not fucking shit on Jeremy Renner. Not
Good.
today. Not
He's
this
doing
week.
Good.
Okay.
He's turning
We
around.
miss you, Jeremy. I can't wait till fucking
He's
Cody
very
next
much
year
alive.
where we get to talk about it.
Next.
He's doing good.
For the Drop Mix, November 28th, it's the reunion we've all been waiting for. Ekansu and David are reunited on a very special Love Island. I don't know.
Liar! You are faker than the Louis Vuitton from China.
This is for the Drop Mix. This is for casting.
Oh, I'm not allowed to talk about this right now, but it's Davide and Ekansu. You guys go. You guys know Love Island. Go.
Yeah, it was a great moment.
A lot of drama.
It
A lot of
was-
drama.
Everybody was rooting for
I
those
couldn't
two.
believe this happened in the jacuzzi.
on after that one
When-
moment in the
They were having their red rose date.
The Swifties, which is everybody but Mike.
Oh yeah. So they were on an island.
Oh yes, it was
Yes.
love.
There was
I'm gonna
love, but maybe
punch
some
this
hate.
asbestos-filled wall.
It sounded like there was fighting.
And they were F boys.
Oh,
Oh,
my
I
okay.
remember.
Got it.
They were F boys.
Nikki
So they didn't
Glaser.
find
And then
love.
determined
They
who was
did
the
not
FB.
find
They
love.
won.
couldn't-
They won Love Island. Nobody thought they
This,
were.
this is for the Swifties. December 3rd, Adidas decides Kanye West is a little too anti-Semitic for them and distance themselves from the Nazi.
Funny considering they were pretty much started by a Nazi, right? Did
Yeah,
I have
isn't
that right?
that- aren't they one of those companies
yeah, I'm
like
pretty sure they're
Volkswagen
like
of, like-
Volkswagen.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Caitlin
sure
learns so much every
Adidas
century of the year.
and another like shoe company. They were two brothers, and like they both joined the war, and like one of them
And if you
became
get
a Nazi.
two brothers together, they're Nazis.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it pretty much is guaranteed. So yeah, I mean, good of them to finally denounce
And they did it in this
anti-Semitism.
perfect moment where if they did it sooner, that would have been cool. If they couldn't have waited any later, they were like, fuck.
he's gone too far.
I feel
yeah,
like a
I
really
guess.
shitty person to be wearing Adidas right now.
But it's-
So no one look at my feet.
He seriously said, "There's nothing they can do. There's no way they'll drop me." They dropped him the next day.
And did you guys hear the story where he went into like a Converse factory or
Yeah.
Skechers and was like
Yo,
issued out of it?
I want you to remake Shape Up.
I want
Shape
shoes
Ups
for me.
I demand you do that.
His shoes are so ugly. He had to go to the other ugly shoes.
As for the superheroes, December 9th, Victor Bout is finally freed and sent home to Russia, ending a months-long battle that also got us back Brittany Griner.
Oh, the way that was worded, I was like, who gives a fuck about Victor
Wait
Bout?
a
But
minute. That's That's not the way you would normally
Man,
word
it was
that.
week in, week out was fucking. And I know there's other POWs, but it was so fucking sad that Brittany was just stuck there forever, and we just kept being like, "There's nothing we're gonna do."
Indubitably.
Thoughts?
Indubitably. 100%.
Is that on your word of the day counter today?
Yeah.
What was yesterday's?
Lit.
That is it. You know what?
The Pokemon Go.
The first word of the day calendar.
Yeah, it was. It's hard to deal with a crazy nation like Russia. They just because we were like, we want Brittany Griner back, and they were like, we want the guy
the
that they
Lord of
called
War back.
the Merchant of Death back, and then we're like, okay, and they're like, that's all we'll do.
Yeah.
This sure is a politics
To be
podcast.
fair, maybe she shouldn't have had an
Next.
empty vape.
The Pokemon Goes, December 14th, just days after the release of Black Adam, in which The Rock had announced Henry Cavill's return to DC. The actual adults in charge say that The Rock, you are not dictating the hierarchy of the DC universe, and Henry Cavill is out.
This was surprising because we had already lost Henry Cavill as The Witcher. And then now he's like very, very unemployed. But then he said he's coming out with something, Warhammer.
I gave him 36 cents the other day. I saw him outside of a liquor store.
It was like one day he's not The Witcher, the next day he's not Superman, the next day he's doing Warhammer.
And I was thinking, like,
okay, well.
Henry Cavill, The Witcher, I don't care about that. What could I care about less? Oh, Warhammer. Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But I do want updates on his computer build. I do want updates on his Warhammer, how he's painting.
The
it.
worst part-
Has Warhammer past D&D as, like, the ultimate nerd? Like,
Yeah.
you are fucking
Yeah.
gone.
Kids who roll D20s are like, these fucking Warhammer nerds have 80,000 figurines they have to paint.
But I think he's more known for that than any of his roles now.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Now.
Next. This for the 909ers. December 15th, Stephen Twitch, boss, DJ, or the Ellen DeGeneres show kills himself.
Wait, what?
DJ
He
on
was
the Ellen
Chapman
DeGeneres
alum
show.
too. I don't know if
What?
that's.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I did know this, but that's because Chapman's alum page put out a little announcement about
I
it.
heard 18 names I barely have heard of and then killed themselves.
So his name was Twitch, right?
Twitch. He was the DJ for Ellen
He was
DeGeneres,
on So You
and
Think
he
You
was
Can
also
Dance.
So You Think You Can Dance.
Okay, I thought a Twitch DJ who worked for Ellen.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
himself.
and he killed himself, and it's really sad because he got like kids and stuff, and more people need to talk about mental health.
Hey, producer Lum, maybe like make happier
We
cards
don't
or like what are we doing
do
here?
well with death on this show.
A lot of people died. We haven't even covered half of them. Oh. Yeah, but this guy, I don't know. A moment of slight sympathy for Ellen DeGeneres, which is more than she's gotten.
Here's why I know is he was pro Ellen. He was Team Ellen in that fight when she was a piece of shit.
Yeah, well, that's a paycheck.
Next, here's for the handstands. December 16th, Big Jim did it again. After saying Avatar 2 will need to be one of the biggest movies of all time to make its money back, Jim Cameron releases the movie and kicks back to watch it happen. It has recovered all of its money, guys. It did it again.
I have indeed watched this movie.
You have?
I have actually watched this movie. Show of hands, who else have seen it? Okay, so Ryan's seen it.
What do you think about The Way of Water?
I think it was a beautiful movie.
No, I
think-
mean the
No.
No, like
philosophy.
the way, like
The Way of
north,
Water.
do you think?
I think it
Like how it
always
flow.
hits the sand.
Yeah.
Yeah, it always hits the sand. But yeah, it was a beautiful movie, but also I fell asleep during the movie.
It felt like before this movie came out, people were like, "This is going to change cinema, and
Really?
we'll never be the same." And then after it came out, it was the same thing as the original Avatar. People were like, "Yeah, it was good."
I had a really good time, and
Yeah, it's a
again,
good
I will
movie.
never think about it again.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's
I
just-
literally heard nobody say anything about
I think
it.
Avatar,
people talked
Cassie,
more
Avatar.
about it after the first one came out.
This is for the professors. December 28th, Andrew Tate is arrested in Romania on suspicion of human trafficking. Allegedly, authorities figured out his whereabouts after shitposting Greta Thunberg, who took his ass on Twitter.
It's the Christmas gift that arrived late.
Yeah.
That's what this is.
That's me.
People might say that it's not actually true that their little contretemps led to his being arrested. But what is true is that he's a huge piece of shit. He like rose to prominence as like this masculinist, like really kind of evil, like not
Yeah.
just misogynistic, but like actively evil towards women. His brother is also a monster, and this guy's in huge trouble because he is
For
actually
human fucking trafficking.
and he's bragged about doing it. That's the thing.
Hustus hasn't trafficked a human here or there.
I won't even drive in traffic.
I don't care like how like if it really was his interaction on, social media. Just the fact that it happened was beautiful.
Yeah, the way it unfolded was
It's just
was
gorgeous.
chef's kiss.
And that is the century
That's
of
it,
the
very
year.
last thing. We end with the human trafficking.
I'm going to say thank you to producer Lum. I'm going to say thank you to Mike, Greg, Caitlin, McKenna, Cassie, and of course, Andrew Tate. Way to end that thing like a perfect dessert. Like tapioca
Enjoy
pudding.
prison. Enjoy Romanian prison, Andrew Tate.
God, I'm just like, what if I was like the worst parts of all people? Will people like me? And they said, yes, we will like you.
There's a weird amount of defenders of that guy online.
Yeah, he has a whole following because like there's this really toxic, like super anti-woman part of
Listen,
like.
bad people want to feel good about themselves too.
And who are we to take that away from him?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Now I like Andrew Tate. That's true. I get that.
But
Where's
do you
it?
like
Me and
Avatar?
Track Jacket.
And Avatar is a fine movie. Greg drafted Avatar in the Oscar draft. I do think
did.
that's going to go well for him. I do think that I'm. We're supposed to end this right now, Mike.
Yes.
You are sending me so many wrap up signals, but I can't stop thinking about. Like, this is it for me in the Oscar draft, and I
Yeah,
think
dude.
that
Who
I
do you
get.
think's gonna
So you
beat you?
lost.
Who do you think's gonna beat you?
I think McKenna won for sure.
She's so fucking that evil grin.
And that fucking
It's all she
dance,
wanted
I
all year.
swear to God, it makes me want to get violent. I think that I did so bad on the Oscar draft that I will only beat Greg.
I'm sorry, bud. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I think Cassie and Mike are going to get more than me.
Oh, no.
Because I
Cassie
went with
might
my
beat you.
Spielberg.
Fucked up.
I took the Fablemans, and I'm.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's just Spielberg, as we know, is too hoity-toity up his own butt.
Nobody picked EO, the one about the donkey.
He's too much of an auteur, Spielberg is, you know?
Yeah,
He
that's
always,
the
he's
problem.
always been like a little too smart. His movies.
Yeah.
Doesn't make it for the hoi polloi.
That will be the last Oscar draft that we will ever
we
do.
ever
Like,
do.
that's
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
fucked
It
up
will
and it's
end
disgusting.
forever.
Thank you for listening to Century of the Year. Bye.